Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the semifinals of Cygnus Cup. In a best of three match, we will be seeing two teams that have came from the quarterfinals. Zohan versus BattleOn Esports. On the left side, we've got Zohan, who are from Mizoram, and BattleOn Esports. They are owned by the channel which you are viewing on right now, and we will have to see if BattleOn Esports will be able to beat Zohan. And yeah, I think this will be a very fair match, as you know, in the semifinals, the teams are gonna be very good, and Zohan, they have quite some experience, but I think BattleOn Esports will be able to beat them with enough good drafting. And my name is Miles, and my co-caster, we have Celestia here, and yeah, she's gonna be co-casting by me, and yeah, she will give you lots of good information on the game as we go on in the game. Let's hope that, yeah, please welcome Celestia, and yeah, we will get into the game now with the first drafting phase. And yeah, Zohan is gonna get the first pick. Celestia, what are your thoughts? What do you think they're gonna ban?
Well, thank you so much for a very beautiful introduction, Miles. And going to the drafting phase, it's the first banning phase, and there's a lot of meta heroes open into the table right now. Paquito being a really good, dominating into the EXP lane. They do have Marshall too, a really good set maker, and even the Itora, she is going into the meta. We have seen in MSC right now, Itora being dominating into the mid lane. Even
Oh,
we
and we
saw
see
the
Zukin there.
yes, they are going with a Jersey. Yeah. I mean, pretty understandable. And they just getting banned out. They're targeting out the mazes.
Yeah, in this meta, the mages, there's lots of really good mages. We've got Eudora already back in the meta. She was never in the meta before, but what it's quite a turn of tables that Eudora is in the meta right now, because we're in an assassin jungle meta, and Eudora just burst the assassins down. And yeah, there's no doubt that she's in meta right now. And we've got the Gord, Zuxin. They've got really strong crowd control. They've got lots of team fight contribution. They're really strong mages, and we know that, yeah, they're like priority picks right now. And we've got the Phoveus ban. I guess Sohan does not want to deal with Phoveus. I think they're gonna pick some flashy heroes. mm, i think I think we'll know more about their draft later on. And we see the Marcel ban. Can you tell me, what do you think about this, Celestia? Do you have an opinion on the Marcel ban right now?
Of course, I do have. I mean, the Johan already got the first pick, and we know this Marshall, after being released into the MOBA scene, it has been working so well. He has a really good sight, the platinum snap as well. He has a
Mm.
great mobility to provide the vision, especially if it goes in and come back. And if a set is completely locking into three or four people, they are easy and they can easily wipe them out. So it's the first pick, so we cannot, like trade out the Marshall, because if there's a Marshall, it's gonna be a very annoying match for them, and that's a very wise choice. And coming to the third ban for the side of the team Johan, they might ban out Mage or maybe a jungler. The rumor is there, and yes, Guinevere, a flex ban, very wise choice. Guinevere can go to the roam, can jungle, even sees EXP is also good. And she is working so well into their jungle right now. So this is ban out one of the threat for them, and we have to see the team battle on what they will be responding with that. There are a lot of heroes open, carries open, clots working so good into the meta, into the goal lane, Granger too always. But yes, it will be an at last really good crowd control. Fatal links can do a lot of fatal disaster sets for your own team, and it's a very wise choice. Stuns being really annoying for your jungler into the objective fights is the one thing, and yes, and it's a smart choice. And come to the first pick of the team, Zohan. Maybe they will go with the mage, or maybe they can go with some EXP picks. What do you
Yeah.
think, Miles?
Honestly, yeah, since Eudora right now is a meta pick, I think they might pick her. And but Ling is quite open, and Ling is quite one of the. Oh, they pick up Belleric instead of Belleric. I don't know about Belleric as a first pick because Belleric usually is like a counter pick as he's quite like what a counter engage pick. When like the enemy team just starts to engage, just dives into your teammates, you just use that dangerous ultimate and you just taunt everyone, and they go on you, and your teammates can just deal damage to them all around. And yeah. I thought they would pick Eudora, but no. But Ling right now is oh, and yeah, they do pick the Eudora, which is a meta pick right now. But this is quite standard. But I don't know about the Belleric pick. I think they would pick Ling as well, as Ling is quite, the priority meta pick right now. But no, they go Moskov instead for the second pick. And yeah, Team Zohunt, I think they will have lots of choices to go by, and yeah, they might pick up an utility jungle against Eudora, since assassin jungles don't really work that well against Eudora. But yeah, let me hear some of your thoughts on this, Celestia, because I do not really know how to commentate on this. They have quite some confusing picks, and there's still so many compositions that they could do.
I'm sure the Bellaric could have enough like speak to because we know the Bellaric works good in EXP2, but I guess it's gonna be a roam and they're showing up the Freya, but the Freya can also go to the goal lane. So it's like a kind of little bit of flex they're playing right now. And yes, they didn't win with the Assassin, they win with the Fredrin. A wise choice. Idera will have a little bit of hard time dealing with this tanky heroes which have a lot of sustain. And right now the Idera is good, but still, again, the sustaining ones, it doesn't work out that much well. And they have to pick out their jungler. They can go with the jungle pick, they can go with the EXP, it's the third pick. So even they can go with the roam already. The Belleric is already picked, and we know the Belleric is gonna go to the roam. So they might go with something which can, sustain and give them a good set. The Gato is open. Even the Hylos is open, which can give the good mobility into the team fights. They do have the Moscow. Moscow with the Trinity build, his damage as it gets system itemization, as the damage spikes, he is unstoppable. But yes, the glue was open, and they're going with a lot of slams. Pass will be there. It's very annoying, roamer. But the fact is, he cannot give a crowd control set as the Bellary gives with the Wrath of the Wrath. The glue with the slams, he comes to one of the team member of the opponent. Either it's gonna be someone like you can go for the Fredrin, but he's too much tanky. He can just, little bit push him away. But they're like mage or a goal laner, he can latch onto them. But in the team fights, he will be there and he won't be able to give the crowd control. He won't be able to sustain out. So he will be getting kidnapped away by the player because they also know he is onto him. So they will try to, bring him into their side so they can kill them. So they need something, the team BattleOn. They need EXP, which can give a good set. For example, the Tarzan is there, the Alice is open, which can give a good sight and which can sustain out a lot into team fights. So they can go with this. But if the team Zohan bans it out, it might be a little bit of trouble for them.
Hmm. And just to remind the viewers, remember to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on, just so that you don't miss any more live streams later on. We're going to be in the finals from after the semifinals, right after the next match finishes also. And yeah, as we go into the draft, yeah, they do ban Uranus too, and yeah, Uranus is quite an annoying pick, as he's just a sandbag. He can just take in any type of damage, and Team Zohan does not have much damage because they pick lots of burst heroes, they pick dive heroes, and they can't really counter that Uranus pick, as Uranus is just gonna sustain and eat all of that damage. The blue pick was quite fascinating for me because you don't really pick blue against tanky heroes. As you know, blue is not gonna have much damage against tanky heroes, but I guess he's gonna pick him for the zoning potential of glue is really strong, so that's a really good thing for picking glue. And they're gonna ban the Sora as well. Hey, Sora, Sora is a really strong setter, and we can also see that Team Zohan has a dive, counter engage, protect type of composition. The Sora is gonna be very strong. As you know, you combo CC, and it would really lead Team BattleOn Esports onto a disadvantage if they suddenly got chain CC'd by Frigin, Belleric, and Sora as once as Sora's flicker ult in his cloud form is really strong. And for the last pick, we're gonna see a Fanny ban here. So we do have a Fanny player in BattleOn Esports, I
The Fanny
suppose.
ban.
Yeah, yeah. Let me hear some of your thoughts on this. I feel like you have so much to say about this ban, Celestia.
Um, yes, I mean the team Zohan, this ban of the Fanny. I mean, I think they won the team battle on. They won't go with the Fanny because Fanny, if she doesn't have the early snowball, she won't be able to do that much. Only she can go and mark the mage and their goal laner, and that's a little bit of disadvantage. But they do have the sustainers, a lot of chunky heroes, so they will be there to protect all their pack liners. But they didn't ban out, those set makers which can give the good time, and that's why the battle on they have this one Alice into the plate, which will be a really good thing for them, giving a good save. So yeah, it's like the Fanny ban was not that much of valid. I guess they could have banned something else, maybe a respect ban.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think of that too. Fanny wouldn't really be that strong against Frigin. And then we see the Lily and the Leslie pick on Team Zohan's side here. The Leslie pick, it's gonna be quite annoying as we get into late game later on. As we can see, BattleOn Esports has quite the dive composition with the Alice, the Blue, the Moskov. Oh, and they're showing a Guzhn right now. Are we gonna see a Guzhn pick in this semifinals? We're gonna have to wait for that for the draft to end. But yeah, he's hovering over Guzhn and Suyo. And he picks the Guzhn. Yeah, we know that it's an assassin. It's an assassin jungle meta right now. But the Guzhn pick against uh, Freya, Leslie. Yeah, he's gonna be able to burst down the Leslie, of course. But that's if he's even able to get through the back lines. I mean the front lines. And yeah, this I think this is gonna be quite an interesting match with a split engage dive type of composition from Team Battle Hunt and a protect type of composition from Team Zohan. I think protect kind of wins against dive, but we'll see later on. Leslie's just gonna have to be able to like dish out lots of damage with her sniper shots. Those sniper shots deal like what 2000 damage in the late game, which is gonna be a really bad thing for Team BattleOn Esports as they do not have like lots of long range backline killers, but Guzhn. Let's see if Guzhn is gonna be able to shut down that Leslie, but I don't think there's much that he could kill here except that Leslie. And the Lily pick is gonna be quite strong as we get into the game now. We're gonna see more of that later on. Uh, yeah, we're gonna see both jungles on the right side of the map, and yeah, let me hear what your thoughts are on their place right now. Celestia with the Freya at top, Ooh. Yeah, the Freya just started cutting the lane from the first wave. It shows that the Freya does not have a fear. She's just quite brave. She's the Valkyrie that she is. From even just level 1 against Alice. Yeah, she just knows that Alice is not gonna have much on her before a team fight or a level 4 happens. The mid lane is quite there's something going on in the mid lane. Lily is not able to poke out the Eudora and the Blue, and the mid lane is getting kind of lost by Team Zohan's side. But yeah, we're gonna see more of those we're gonna see this compositions used in the team fights. As you know, they have lots of CCs and lots of damage dealers. So this composition is specifically useful for team fights. We're gonna see the turtle spawn in 20 seconds or so, and yeah, the Leslie just keeps poking the Moskov. That's the greatest asset of Leslie, because she can just she has such a long range that she can just poke the Moskov. Moskov doesn't have much range, but yeah, we see the Blue ganking the Leslie, but the Leslie is not able to escape as she uses her flicker to try to escape. But she went too far into the lane, and she got punished by the glue gank. We're gonna see the turtle fight starting out now with Moskov. Does Moskov does not have the spear of destruction right now, and Team Zohan secures the turtle. And we're gonna see the Alice with the throne of rune. But yeah, we're gonna see that Zohan is losing their HP quickly with the glue attacking the Gushan with the ultimate combo. And yeah, Team Battle on Esports have quite some damage against this tanky sustain composition, but yeah, Team Zohan successfully secured the turtle, but we saw two people from Team Zohan die against Team Battle on Esports' burst type uh, composition. Any comment on that, Celestia?
That was kind of unexpected because we know Zohan who they are, and we kind of expect a lot of thing. But yes, it was surprising. But that, I mean, anything can happen, and that was a great play by the team Battle on Esports, and they just have to keep the pace, and they just need to playing way but you again into the river area. The rat coming up with low onto the HP. The glue needs to back up right now. That was a great ultimate, but the Zohan, they don't need the damage right now. The Lilia pokes are really good, but they need to be a little bit careful. And already looking onto the goal difference, it's not of that much, maybe a 1k. But again, onto the mid lane area, the Freya dives in as the Etheria gets cut. She didn't have the flicker too, though she was trying to skip, but she just got knocked out over there.
Oh yeah, that sudden team fight at the Lethal Wonder, that was quite unexpected of Team Battle on Esports' Eudora It's Bora to die right there. Oh, Eudora and It's Bora rhymes. I just noticed that. And the turtle is gonna spawn in 10 seconds as the teams try to get in their positions, but yeah. Oh, and the Fredrin gets the chain CC on the blue and the Eudora gets punished, and the blue is able to escape. But I don't think that's the turtle is gonna go to the team battle on esports as they lose their Eudora. But the Gusion is trying to burst down the Freya, but he's not able to, and he's gonna get punished in return by the Fredrin. And we're gonna see we're gonna see three people down on team battle on esports' side with there's four now. Four people. Oh, that is a small mistake from Team Battle on Esports. We saw that Gusion, he shouldn't have started attacking on the top side at Freya. I don't know why he tried a combo on Freya, as Freya is quite tanky as a fighter. But yeah, I think we saw some hope. We saw some determination. We saw some bravery from Team Battle on Esports, but sadly, that determination did not really lead them that long into the team fight. And we saw the Fregen chain CCing the blue and the Eudora, and quickly executing them. But yeah, they got punished in return, as Gusion was not able to retreat quickly after the rest of his teammates died on the side of his map.
Exactly. The fact was that was a kind of a reckless move by the team BattleOn Esports. As we know, the Eterra, she has only one thing, that is flicker onto her to have the mobility. She cannot blink without that. And she gets catch up over there. And that was a reckless move. Gushin going in. They know the Zuhan has a lot of tank heroes as the Fredrin gets a triple kill. The trade secure as the Tatal is there. So they are making a recovery bot onto the bottom side. Wrath of the Rat pops out from the Balearic. The clue go with the pass. Oh my goodness, the Gushin with the attacks over there. Right now they launch to the HP belt. The Dusty Mizo, he went so much deep into the tower, and the true damage plus the damage from the battle on esports, he gets taken out.
Ooh, this is quite a back-to-back, and the Eudora is gonna CC the Lilia, but she's not able to escape with the Gusion daggers hitting her at the last moment before she's able to escape. That is some unluckiness from Team Zohan's side, and we're gonna see. Oh, Belleric is able to escape just in time with the flicker, but yeah, Leslie is gonna keep poking her, but I think that's a mistake. But she's able to, but she's able to escape through some luck with the Spear of Destruction hitting them, and the Freya is gonna go in against the Eudora, but she's not able to kill the Eudora. She escapes in time, and the Blue gets the pass on her. Blue gets the ultimate on her, and yeah, we're gonna see Freya going out. And yeah, I don't. Battle on Esports is losing the team fight right now with Leslie. Uh, Leslie getting a kill. And yeah, Blue and Alice. Yeah, I don't think this is not really a winning fight for Battle on Esports. Battle on Esports really has to get that snowball against Team Zohan, but I don't think they're able to execute that snowball as much right now, as they just lost two two teammates and they're not able to secure that turtle. But
Exactly.
yeah, we might be able to see some sort of comeback. Maybe that Zohan might make a mistake, sudden mistake somehow, and Team Battle on Esports absolutely capitalizes off of that mistake. But they're gonna get a tier 1 turret right here with the Alice jumping in with the rune of Throne of
Oh,
Rune. Oh, I just mixed up my words right there. But the Gusion is gonna dive in, and he has no way of escaping. And we're gonna see the Gusion die to the Frigid and the Lily. And the Leslie dies somehow, but we're gonna see Sohan winning the team fight with the Freya, keep attacking the battle on esports. She's gonna chase the Moskov, but she's not able to catch up with him as Moskov is too far away. And the Alice is just gonna keep on attacking, but she's now low with the Fredgen's Praiser's Wrath, and the Freya is quite brave, but she's gonna be punished for that by the Moskov as he kites her down, and the Lily is at low HP, but she's not gonna be able to escape. Now Leslie goes into the team fight, and she's able to make a trade for a revenge for her teammate Lilia. And oh, the Fredgen escaped from the Blues ult with such slow HP, and this is quite like a really equal trade of blows. The both the teams are not really affected, as they get lots of equal trades, and the gold difference is quite the same. Like it's only in like a 1K range. Yeah, this is quite a fairly match teams, and yeah, I think it's gonna be really like who's gonna make the mistake later on in the late game. As you know, the late game is really important. If you die once in the late game, the death cooldown just
yeah.
gets longer, and we're gonna see team fight erupt that mid with Lilia getting ulted by the blue, and she's gonna be able to escape or what? Yeah, she's gonna be able to escape with the low HP, and the blue makes a mistake, and the Alice gets picked off in return. Yeah, yeah. Just as I said, they made some mistakes by choosing to engage at mid right there. With there's not enough teammates left, and we see the Leslie is at mid, but the Moskov is now split pushing, and we're gonna see the Lord go to Team Zohan. Let's see what's gonna happen. Celestia, could you give me some inputs on this? My words are not enough to describe what's happening right now.
I mean, the Zone already got the first slot for them, and the team battle on. They started with a good start, getting the trades, getting the objective, but they gave a chance for the Zohan to make a comeback, to make the recovery. That was a slight mistake. The Dora, she got scattered. As the time goes, they got triple kill, and with that, they took the whole map control, and the macro is onto them. They have the goalie right now, and as well, they're taking all the objectives, as well, they are right now prioritizing the structures. So it's giving a hard time to the battle on to make a recovery. I say the glue cannot give the sets, and it will be the Alice. But the side of the team Zohan, they have a lot of sustainers, they have the damage dealer. As the time goes by, Leslie will be very deadly with her. Just one shot and half HP will be gone.
Oh yeah, yeah. The team Zohan is just not, you know, it's just not fearing team battle on esports at all. As they just dive them into towards their base, inside their base, they're attacking them inside their base, and then we're gonna see the blue taking in the Phrygian into the turret, but he's not able to have enough damage to execute the Phrygian, and the Phrygian is gonna be able to escape with low HP, and the blue gets punished in return with his ult expiring. Three people died from Team Battle on Esports, so I don't think this is really gonna be good for Team Battle on Esports. As Team Zohan has Leslie. Leslie's gonna be able to burst all of those squishy heroes down with just two shots in the late game, and yeah, the team fight keeps going on. But I don't think this is gonna really get that far, as Team Zohan is just gonna disengage once their health just gets low, and Battle on Esports will have to make some really good plays to come back from this, as they're already in a 5K goal deficit right now. And Team Zohan really got they have quite some good late game potential. The Gusion pick, the Gusion pick is not really doing much justice with the Eudora pick right now, as you know, Team Zohan they just knew to pick an util jungle against that Eudora pick, and the Gusion is just not able to kill the squishy heroes. And yeah, like what's a Gusion gonna do against tanky heroes, right? When you've got like Frigin with like,
Exactly.
8,000 HP, Guardian Helmet, Athena Shield. What's a Gusion gonna do against that? When the Frigin is able to just dish out lots of damage, a burst from the Appraiser's Wrath. And yeah, Team Zohan is starting to take space in the red buff space of Team BattleOn Esports. But I don't. But yeah, we're gonna see if a team fight is gonna be erupting with yeah. And the Lord is about to spawn right now with Team Zohan going to take the Lord dance.
I mean, yeah, Lord is about to respawn, and it's the second Lord of the match, I guess, and it's already 12 minutes. The super minions are already there into a lot of lanes. It will be a lot of lane pressure for the team battle on esports, as there is around a lot of goal difference. Do a little got the second Lord too. It's the second Lord, it's gonna be a little bit of sustainable, and the damage will be there. As we can see onto the side of the team battle on esports, their structures, all of them has taken out, as well the inhibited with no holy blessings are there, so it's gonna be a really trouble for them to defend this one. I mean, it's defendable, but the thing is, they have to be careful with the utilization of the skills. They have to defend. They have to, like clear this lands as well. And there will be, like competition from the, contest from the side of the team Zohan to end this match as soon as possible. And they do have a lot of advantage. They have the damage dealer, Leslie, doing a lot of damage, lowering down the HP like anything. As well, they have the sustainers to give set. Ooh, Alice over there. As the Lord is going from the middle lane, they're trying to force out the inhabited of the top and the bottom lane. The Lilia with the gloom, a lot of pokes, and we can see the inhabited falling down from the bottom lane. The Lord has been cleared out very quick. But there, one of the inhibitor has been down, and I guess Zohan will be going bad. Ooh, over there, low onto the HP. As there's a glue Lilia with high pokes over there. A lot of damage is onto the glue. The Patrick is running away, but Leslie over there with the ultimate just shut him down. A killing spree onto the chopping table, and there's a Gushin with his daggers trying to mark onto someone, but the Wrath of the Red coming into the game as the Falcon receives the kills onto the Moscow. The Alice with her ultimate low onto the HP as the Fred ties in with a flicker out there. She survives out, but no, the top lane turret will be falling down as the minions are not there, but it's coming. A lot of pressure to the team battle on esports low onto the HP. The HP is getting melted out so fast as we know Lilia just melts down the sustainable hero too fast as the Alice gets down. Only two members. The Gushin so fastly getting deleted out as the last member. The Idora gets taken out, though the glue get respawned into the base area. The match ends there. The crystal gets broken out, and the first win, the victory, the point is to the team Zohan.
Ooh, that was a really good match right there. Well played by BattleOn Esports 2 and Team Zohan for winning the game. Now they are at 1-0 at match point. And yeah, Team Zohan will just have to win one more game to win the match, but we'll see if BattleOn Esports will be able to carry out a reverse sweep. Yeah, I think that was also quite a drafting problem. So let's hope Team BattleOn Esports recovers during some break time. Is there gonna be a break time? I don't know, but uh, let's see if BattleOn Esports will be able to recover, will be able to repair, will be able to fight back against Zohunt and pull out a reverse sweep against Zohunt. Oh, we're not gonna have a break now. Now we're gonna get into game two, I guess. Or yeah, there's gonna be a
Yes, of
pause in the
course, but
draft.
there is a pause in the screen but not pause in the your hands. So in that meanwhile, you guys can share the stream, like the stream as well, subscribe, hit the bell button, so you get a lot of updates on the battle on for upcoming tournaments as well, the ongoing tournament, the semifinals, because it's a very interesting match among really strong teams who fought their way from like let's say
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna see a first gourd ban.
everyone, they are yeah, I mean, they are the one. They got the first point into their table, and the last point they need a second match, the priority. If they clean them out, it will be like 2-0. But BattleOn Esports, we cannot underestimate them. They were doing good, but somewhere some mistakes happened. So maybe in this match they can make the recovery for themselves, and like we can go to the third set too. Who knows? We cannot underestimate the underdog teams, and I love to see underdog teams performing really well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a drafting phase. And it's the first bannings coming up from both of the sides. Gort getting banned out. Freya also getting banned out. The Zohan doesn't want to give the Freya out. We know Freya with
Hmm.
a lot of damage, and she dives in, and she's unstoppable lady. And the Gort with his Mystic Gust, it pierces out the damage so well. Even the tanky ones get shredded out, and they ban it out. And yes, it's a respect ban. The Fredrin getting banned out cause a lot of trouble. So maybe onto the banning panel, we might see Jushin, and even the Zayton is open, the Global, the Earl, the Vision, the Fury of Phoenix, as well. The Atlas is open, Platinum Snap, the Marshall, the Time Guy, and yes, he is into the banning panel. Of course, we can't leave this trouble Time Maker on. I mean, open.
Yeah, he just controls the time. He just manipulates the
Yes.
the dimension of time, and just
Okay,
turns the
well,
tables, just turns the tides in the team fight. Marcel
yeah,
is just too strong right now in the meta, so he's quite a permanent ban.
of course. I ask you a question, Maz. If it can, stop the time, will you stop it?
Oh,
Just
honestly,
for yours, like for example, if you're running out of your assignments and you need a time, you will just stop it over there.
honestly, if I had someone, I could like choose to spend the stop time with me, I would
Yeah.
stop the time. But
Ooh. Nice.
if I'm just single and alone, I would not pick that. That would just be eternal loneliness. But
Oh,
you
okay.
know, having someone to spend eternity with, that would be
Yeah.
so good. And we're
Yeah.
gonna see an Arlet fan right here, the Paquito fan with two
Ooh.
fighters. We
Of
don't usually
course.
see the Arlot ban, but I guess Team Battle on Esports really fears that Arlot pick, and the Paquito ban is quite understandable. Paquito is still quite strong, even though after the nerf, his late game is still quite strong. I think they buffed it. I think they buffed his late game even more, but nerfed his early game a bit. And we're gonna see the Atlas pick, and the Atlas is a default meta prio pick right now. You know, because Atlas right now, he just really has that zoning potential. He has his second skill just gives him so much speed, so much
Mm,
CC potential. His fatal links is fatal, as the name suggests. And yeah, Valentina
exactly.
pick. A Valentina pick would be quite. Oh, and yeah, Team Zohan also picks Balearic again, and we know that Balearic is quite in
Mm-hmm.
a default pick against Atlas. He's a counter engager. He just taunts everyone
Yeah.
within his ult, and he's quite a good zoner as well with his first skill. Valentina pick also is
Exactly.
quite default against Atlas with the ult. The ult is just gonna seal the fatal links with the
Ooh.
flicker combo. That's an easy flicker combo for Valentina and
Okay.
the Guinevere, and the Lily pick. The Lily pick is really gonna, yeah. Let me hear your thoughts on this. There's so much things meta picks right now.
I mean, yes, a lot of meta picks. Alas, and the Bellaric. I mean, that last was banned last match, and the Wrath of the Rat was doing so well for the team. Zohan, they got this, crowd control. Both the Romas are really good with sustain as well. The crowd controls as the Universe is onto the jungle position, so there is no chance you'll go into the roam. And Universe with the Valid Truck MC gives a really good sight as the magic damage comes in. No one can skip without the Purify or Winter Crown, maybe to save their time, save their HP for a moment. But again, the Zohan going with the sustainable EXP laner to soak out a lot of damage that will be the Uranus. Oh my god, this guy is so hard to kill, honestly. If there is no CC or
Oh.
carry, we are doomed. But the Valentina pick wise choice to copy down the ultimates of their at last, the Fatal Links, the Universe is there. I mean, it will be a good time, but I guess if I was a Valentina, I would definitely pick the Atlas Fatal Links again and again to give a set with Bellaric a lot of crowd controls. But
Mm.
into the banning phase, it will be the Link getting banned out. Okay, it will be a
Ooh.
good because the Link, once the Snowball is there, he got the itemization with the damage, he will be unstoppable. He can split push, he can clear the minion waves, he has the mobility to roam around the map, around the world with his, ability. He can easily stole this objectives. Plus, the backliners will be having a trouble. Even if there's a Hayabusa staying together, the damage is less. But the Link, no, it won't be that situation. So yes, he gets banned out. And the Lilia there too. Meltdown, it's a good thing. But the Akai, the utility jungler, I guess the team Zohan, they might not go with the utility jungler this time, and it will be the last ban. A very wise choice with the carry getting banned out. Carry is the one into the goal lane who can melt them very easily. And yes, this is ban out the carry. The Jushin, it cannot be picked because the Lilia is already there, and the Lilia is there, so
Mm.
it's a waste of a what say a ban. So yes, the carry wise choice. But the last ban, what will be? The team Zohan, they don't have the goal laner, a carry maybe, or not a carry, I mean a Claude, or maybe they can ban out some jungler because they don't have the jungler right now. Maybe a Suyo, he has very high damage, and
Ooh, a
Hira
Moskov.
is not late here. So yeah, maybe a Suyo, but they went with a goal laner.
Hey. Oh yeah. I mean, the Ling ban though from Zohan's side, as we see Guinevere already picked. I think they're gonna go Guinevere jungle. Yeah, they're hovering over Benedetta and Bruno right now. And the Harith pick. The Harith is quite the strong gold laner right now. He's
Yeah.
quite what he's like the default gold laner picks right now, like with Claude, Moskov, Carry, Harith. And yeah, I don't think there's much to win against Harith in the lane, because Harith's burst, his second skill provides him shield as well, so that's really an advantage in a 1v1. And the yeah, the Benedetta pick could be really good here too, but I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, the Benedita, she has the mobility, and with her, the final blow, she has the damage with the Petrify. But the fact is, the Uranus, which will be very hard to deal with it, she can mark down the Valentina and the Harriet, but they have the frontliners who will be there always to protect out. So the Benedita need to be a little careful when she's diving, and if she meets this, Beller with a rather
uh,
Man Force drops in, and there will Chrono Dash to give them mobility, and they have the YSS to give them a vision. The Mountain Striker to give the damage, as he will be farming up. He will be unstoppable. So both of the sides having a really good job onto their hands. The team BattleOn Esports, they have the range, they have someone to dive in. The set makers, they have poke. The mage as well, the goal laner has a lot of pokes as well. The team Zohan, they have the sustainers, they have someone to give set. There is two, marksmen over there. So to the mid to the late, it will be a little bit of hard for the team battle on esports.
Yeah, and let me remind you guys again to like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on so that you don't miss any future matches from Battle on Esports. I mean, Battle On, not Esports. Esports is a team right here. And yeah, let's get into the semifinals match against Team Zohunt and Team Battle on Esports, with Zohunt at a lead of 1 at a match point. Where it's either we're gonna see Zohunt win with a sweep, or Battle on Esports come back with a reverse sweep. Let's go into the game.
Exactly.
And
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, comment down below which team you're supporting. You can predict out who's gonna win this match too. And yes, here we are into the line of Tom, the semifinals, the best of three series. 1 point to the Zohan, one and there's 0.2 the team BattleOn Esports. It's gonna be a little bit of tension, a pressure for the side of team BattleOn Esports. And with that, the into the casting panel, my caster Celestia with a very amazing co-caster Miles, and yes, it's live right now. Like they do a live action from both other sides, and so Zohan they have a good advantage right them. They have to chill right now, play in disciplined way, and get the 1 point for themselves as well. And mid to late is onto their side, so the team battle on esports they have a good chance in early game. They have a lot of poking heroes. The Lilia, she can easily clear up the lanes. They can poke a lot. They have the Benedita to dive in. Ooh, there's low HP. The flame, the flicker just survives of that spell. He just survives out, almost gets taken down. The HP was so low, but there was a quick reflex coming from the side of the team Zohan's roamer.
Mm, yeah, they're starting to take their positions in the turtle right now, but yeah, we're seeing that in the process with the Belric almost getting he almost got picked off by the Lily and the Atlas in the early game with his flicker getting burned out before the turtle. But I don't think that flicker is gonna make much of a difference in the team fight here because Belric is just a counter engage hero. He's just gonna counter engage whenever the enemy teams try to attack, and we're gonna see Arenas get ganked right here, but he's able to escape because he's just a sustain.
Oh, the first blood into the off cam. Right now, we were focusing onto the river area, but the first blood onto the top lane. The Vices will be sacrificing all the turtle, getting the trade onto the goal laner of the team. BattleOn Esports, it feels like an equal, but their goal lead is onto the team Zohan. The pokes are there into the middle lane, the Lilia with the glooms over there, but both of the sides backs up right now and onto the top lane. The little is trying to take down the goal from the turret. Ooh, lot of pokes. Oh my goodness, the Belleric low onto the HP. The Sama needs to back up. The Lilia giving a back of the pokes to cast away the Valentina as well. The Belleric from their jungle area onto the bottom lane. Oh my goodness. The Venedita low onto the HP. The Uranus giving a damage and sustain. And we know the Uranus cannot be taken out that much easily. We don't have anything that can counter him onto the EXP. But onto the top lane, we might see a gang. The Guinevere over there trying to hide and camp for their goal laner, but the Belleric providing a really good vision for his goal laner. And onto the top lane, there's so much tension. The Guinevere returns to the jungle area, and look at the both of the EXP laners rotating to the middle lane, creating the wave as well. We can see the wires onto the bottom lane might be helping just taking down the turret, just prioritizing those structures.
Mm. Yeah, no, Team Battle on Esports has Atlas too, so and they have lots of bursts too. So if Atlas just pulls a successful Fatal Links on Team Zohan, they could really have a big win condition right there. But Team
Exactly.
Zohan does have two Purifies, so they're gonna need to burn both of those Purifies before Atlas is able to make a successful play. Ooh, and now Team Battle on Esports tries to gank Uranus, and Team Zohan's mid duo already gets awareness of that, but Team Zohan's Uranus is not able to escape as he doesn't have Purify, and he's already burnt his Flicker, and the Atlas gets his Fatal Links on the Valentina. The Valentina does not even pop her Purify. She doesn't want to waste that Purify in a crucial time. As she's not gonna be able to escape anyways against the Guinevere and the Benedetta and there's like lots of dive heroes. There's lots of high mobility heroes on Team Battle on Esports' side. And
Exactly.
yeah, a gang is gonna happen at top, and Brody is gonna get picked off by the trio. Let me hear some of your inputs on this match right now, as they're equally matched right now. They have like lots of equal traits, things happening on both sides of the map. Sometimes they're happening opposite to each other. Yeah, let me hear some of
Exactly.
your inputs on this, Celestia.
I mean, yeah, but the team Zohan, they're just making sure they mark the Brody so he won't get that damage spike onto. And yes, they are doing great with that, giving a good time to the goal laner because he will be carrying out mid to late. And right now, the Varsus is being very calm. He needs to farm up as he gets itemization. And right now, he's stealing over the crypts of the side of the team. Battle on Esports. The Uranus cutting the lane over there onto the XP. And the Mountain Shaker over there. The Benedita gets the shutdown. Heavy damage coming from the Varsus. We can see the damage spike. Ooh, the Dusty Mizo will be getting a lot. And there is a little bit of invade as well onto the top lane. Again, the Brody getting taken out. He's get taken out three times into the row, and that's not a good call for your goal laner. Ooh, you need to wake up Battle on Esports. Check out onto your goal laner. And again, the Uranus diving in, a lot of damage coming. Ooh, the flicker just saves out the Uranus over there, and they're diving into the team fight. Uh, with the pole over there, the Harriets dive in with the Chronodash. The killing spray is onto the table. The Universe just gets the shut down as well. The killing spray from the Destiny. So again, onto the Benedetta. Two of the kills as the tier 1 turret falls down from the top lane.
No, yeah. I saw some small mistakes from Guinevere's micro right there. She, kept Violet requieming the team Zohan's, and she was not able to escape in time from the Harrod's ult, as Harrod was able to, already ult. He's got the unlimited CD dashes on the Guinevere already, and she's been locked down, and she suddenly got picked off at the end of the team fight. And in the draft right now, I think it's quite in favor of Team Zohan right now. Team BattleOn Esports does not really have much late game potential, but they've got the Atlas, which is quite the win condition right here. But we'll have to see more of those plays later on in the match. Yeah.
I mean, that last is a win conditional, but for how long? Because the Zohan won't give that much a chance for them. As we can see, the objective gets taken out by the team Zohan, and as well onto the bottom lane. They're trying to pressure the turrets right now. They're focused on is onto that structure to take them down. So they will have a really good, lane pressure for the side of the team battle on, and they're winning with the trades. And the team battle on, they need to be careful. They had an early advantage, but they were not able to utilize it with the mobility. As we can see, the tier 1 falling down from the bottom lane too, and it will be a pressure for them. The team battle on. They need to wake up, and they need to put a little bit of discipline and team fight. They need to win. So yes, and yes, they need to be also careful because the team Zohan, they are into the advantage. There's 3k goal difference as they will be completing their itemizations. The Harry, the Oasis will be getting a lot of damage spike as they have the sustainers, so they don't have to worry. They just need to position themselves well into the team fight, deal their damage, and just kill. Their damage dealers, the frontliners, they can easily melt. But oopsie, the Valentina tried to copy down the last ultimate. Yeah, I'm you, but she gets catch up. She, didn't have the flicker, the purify spell, and yes, she just got catch up and she got taken down, the important one.
Mm, yeah, they got a trade for the Valentina. They got revenge on their Valentina, and we're gonna see the Atlas getting bursted down by Harris with his ultimate. Yeah, Harris's dash is very deadly, and he survives with the second dash. The second skill dash is just so. That was such a touch moment from Harith right there with that shield that saved him from that Brody's ult. Brody's ult almost executed Harith, but yeah, Harith was really lucky with that touch. That was a really good play from Harith right there, and yeah, the advantage goes to Team Zohan's side, as Team Battle on Esports lost quite some teammates in that fight, and yeah, Team Zohan has already gotten their positions in the Lord Dance, and Team Battle on
Yes.
Esports, I don't think they would be able to penetrate that defense, and yeah, that's a free Lord for Team Zohan. So, and we see the Lord is obviously going to go to bottom, and yeah, the tier 2 turret is at bot is already gone, so Team
Yes.
Zohan will surely definitely be able to
Ooh,
get
wow.
some turrets from that.
That just was. I feel like they were starting a team fight, but one of the sides back up, and there is a lot. There's a pressure, but launch there's with fatal lengths over there, but no, it doesn't get connected. The Harry takes them out. The Uranus diving in. The 2 damage from the turret is there. But yes, they will be backing up. Lord is at the Benedicta is clearing out this minion pressure onto the top lane, but the Uranus will be going in, and the team Johan, they are rooting over there onto the bush, camping over there. And there's a lot, there's a pressure, the minions are coming in, the team battle on, they need to defend out. I mean, it's the first lot and it's defendable. It's not even that, the lot which is that much advanced. But again, the Benedict are getting the shut down. Ooh, the Falcon takes down the Univer. Two of the members are down and the Dust team is diving in. Over there, Sama is in front, but the lot has been cleared out and two of the members are down. So, but I guess the team Zohan, they will be just putting the pressure onto the middle lane and also onto top lane. Look at that EX just clearing out those minions very coolly, calmly, and he takes down the second tier too without even being noticed. Hmm.
Oh yeah, Team Zohan is really getting the oppressive side right here, as you know they're gonna just forcefully take down that tier 2 turret, and the holy shield at bottom is gone right now, so they have quite some split push potential from Team Zohan. But I don't think they need to do that split push anyways, as they already have the team fight potential, and they're much stronger than Team BattleOn Esports right now. And yeah, the counter pick against Atlas is really powerful, as you know Valentina just steals that now fatal links. She just counter engages as well. Like the Belleric and the Valentina duo is just acting as the full counter engage lineup against that Atlas pick in the first pick, which is
Mm-hmm.
really quite a disadvantage for Team Battle on Esports. And yeah, Team Zohan does not really fear Team Battle on Esports right now, as they know that they don't have enough damage to burst them down. They do not have enough, uh, potential to like win the team
Exactly.
fight. As Team Zohan just has that purify for the Valentina and the Harith, and the Bellatrix ult is just gonna stop. And the Dust team is Zoe Yisan Shin gets picked off by the Guinevere suddenly. Somehow team Battle on Esports is somehow able to
Oh my
find hope in the. Oh, but Atlas gets picked off out of nowhere. Telesia, please give me some input on this right now in the
goodness,
ongoing
look
team
at
fight.
Benedita. Oh my goodness, she dives in. But the Uranus catches. He was trying to give the final block combo with the Petrify, but she was not able to catch on to the backliner, the mage, neither into the laner. The fact is, the way the Fatal Links connected, as there was a Valentina, she copied down the ultimate, as well there was the real. It lost a lot of Fatal Links. The Dusty Mizo gets the catch up, and he gets taken down their jungler, but he's back again. But the way those the ultimates connected, a lot of fatal links, and the Benedict just tried to go in. She saw a lot of low HP, but there was a Uranus, a lot of sustainable heroes. They sustained the damage, and yes, they just did it.
Oh yeah, Team Zohan is just absolutely taking the advantage and carrying it on. They're leading the match with 7,000 gold lead right now. That's a really big gap between the teams. And yeah, that's really disadvantages for Team Battle on Esports right now, as Team Zohan just got the free lord right now. Uh, and yeah, they're only on their inhibitors now, so we're gonna be expecting to see at least one inhibitor down from this lord. It's not a good thing for Battle on Esports right now, as they're on the verge of losing this match. And but we can still hope to see some good plays by Battle on Esports right now at the before the Lord gets in or ends their match.
Ooh, look at that. The Harry diving in. The Universe gets a shot down. The Lord is their holy blessing down as well. The turrets disappear in a 1 point. And look at that. They're trying to pressure out onto the turrets. The middle lane territories also fall down. The inhibitor, the important with the fatal legs get connected. The Harry dives in. The legendary autotune will double kill by the title over the Dusty Miz who takes down the Lilia. Oh my goodness, only the one surviving are Lord to dice with the Brody. Almost get hit by, and the best crystal white open. The team Zohan, they win the semi-finals, and right now they are moving towards the grand finals of the Cygnus Cup Season 1 by the Battle on Esports. Oh my, what a gameplay by the team Zohan. Complete wiped out 2-0 score onto the scoring board. The goal laner played out so good. He was so good with his micro, the macros. Well, he was the main damage dealer. My
Yep,
goodness,
yep.
the utilization of the resources, the Valentina pick was like a trump card. A lot of fatal links, and the mild thing about the Zohan, what they did was they were really good. They were just waiting. They left the first title, but they were like very calm. They were playing. They were just getting the itemization because they do know they have a sustainer and they do have the damage dealers who are mid to the late game, and they will be getting damage by after like 10 minutes. So this waited. They were very calm. No, that much of a fight into that first point. And as they got the damage, they just like, yes, it's time for her to shine. They prioritized the objectives. They took down the structures, put the pressure, and didn't give any chance to take the control. And the way they just smoothly ended the match, it was really beautiful. And yes, congratulations to the team Zohan for going to the grand finals. And yes, the BattleOn Esports played out really well, and that was a really good showcase by them.
Yep, absolutely. Team Zohan carries out a 2-0 sweep against BattleOn Esports. They have built themselves quite a good reputation in the esports community in India MOBA. And
Exactly.
yeah, Team Zohan is gonna be going to the finals. And we're gonna see who they're gonna be against in the next match in the semifinals of Epsilon Echo versus Con Esports. Please tune in and keep watching the semifinals match next to see who Team Zohan is gonna be fighting against in the finals for the Cygnus Cup Season 3. Yeah, that was a really good play by both teams. BattleOn Esports, GG's, and yeah, really well played by Zohan too. Yeah, the next match is also at 8:30, so please tune in at 8:30 for the semifinals match, which will be deciding who Zohan is gonna be facing against in the finals. This is gonna be, I think the finals and the this upcoming semifinals match would be really exciting, and I think yeah, it will be really will be full of exciting plays, really good macro, micro, and yeah, there's lots of things you could learn from these matches.
Obviously, yes, we can learn a lot of things from the players, from the teams. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going on a short break and we will be right back with another semifinals between two amazing teams. So stay tuned, share the stream as much as you can, subscribe the channel. And yes, with that, me and Miles will be signing off.
Good night.
Does the Lord of
he entered
Lava
the
also
East
crave the Sovereign's blood?
Fool! The tyrant's remains will only bring doom! Their brutal dominion, our warriors were corrupted into foul bonds of decay. Sovereign of the Abyss, Obsidia. Her curse still flows within the Sovereign's blood.
Such loyal little puppets. Aren't you?
You are merely a puppet, no different from my spawns. Bow to me. Keep your throne, or be destroyed.
The Abyss bows to no one.
For the Abyss!
These wretched spawns reek of its corruption. Your sovereign has a god to kill.
Does the Lord of Lava also crave the Sovereign's blood?
Fool! The tyrant's remains will only bring doom! Their brutal dominion, our warriors were corrupted into foul bonds of decay! Sovereign of the Abyss, Obsidia. Her curse still flows within the Sovereign's blood!
Such loyal little puppets. Aren't you?
You are merely a puppet, no different from my spawns. Bow to me. Keep your throne, or be destroyed.
The Abyss bows to no one.
wretched spawns reek of its corruption.
Your sovereign has a god to kill.
Does the Lord of Lava also crave the Sovereign's blood?
Fool! The tyrant's remains will only bring doom! Their brutal dominion, our warriors were corrupted into foul bonds of decay! Sovereign of the Abyss, Obsidia. Her curse still flows within the Sovereign's blood!
Such loyal little puppets. Aren't you?
You are merely a puppet, no different from my spawns. Bow to me. Keep your throne, or be destroyed.
The Abyss bows to no one.
For the Abyss!
These wretched spawns reek of its corruption.
Your sovereign has a god to kill.
Does the Lord of Lava also crave the Sovereign's blood?
Fool! The tyrant's remains will only bring doom! Their brutal dominion, our warriors were corrupted into foul bonds of decay! Sovereign of the Abyss, Obsidia. curse still flows within the Sovereign's blood.
Such loyal little puppets. Aren't you?
You are merely a puppet, no different from my spawns. Bow to me. Keep your throne, or be destroyed.
The abyss bows to no one.
For the abyss!
These wretched spawns reek of its corruption.
Your sovereign has a god to kill.
Does the Lord of Lava also crave the Sovereign's blood?
Fool! The tyrant's remains will only bring doom! Under her brutal dominion, our warriors were corrupted into foul bonds of decay! Sovereign of the Abyss, Obsidia. Her curse still flows within the Sovereign's blood!
Such loyal little puppets. Aren't you?
You are merely a puppet, no different from my spawns. Bow to me. Keep your throne, or be destroyed.
The abyss bows to no one.
wretched spores reek of its corruption.
Your sovereign has a god to kill.
Does the Lord of Lava also
Welcome back, guys, to the Cygnus Cup Season 3. And here we are in the second match of the semi finals. Woo, we do have two interesting teams tonight. That is the Epsilon Echo versus the Con Esports. So, definitely, we have witnessed yesterday the matches. How these both teams have that really good intense matches with their opponents, and they actually did make a spot for themselves in the semi. So tonight it's going to be a very, very interesting match. So please stay tuned and please do not forget to comment down the team that you support. So in the Costadas is me, of course, your favorite L. Alongside with me is Vision. So Vision, what are your thoughts on today's match? I mean, of course, we do have two stunning teams right now because we have witnessed them played yesterday, right? So definitely it's not going to be an easy match for tonight. So yeah, what are your opinions on today's match? Okay, we will be having Vision in some time, but before that,
Oh wait,
yes,
sorry,
we
I'm back. I'm back. I
okay,
forgot
yeah,
I
yeah,
was muted for a bit. I was yapping and I was like, wait, hold on, why can't you hear me? And then I realized, anyways, guys, I'm really
yeah,
excited
yeah.
to see what Con Esports can do. Yesterday, me and El were glazing them a little bit. Because we've seen these players, Win, Skies,
Uh-huh.
and Raren. These guys remix, we've seen them in multiple tournaments. But then again, from the side of Epsilon Echo, Astro, we saw what this guy can do. Astro on the Leslie, Astro on these MMs, really deadly to deal with. Tetney likes his Fredrin picks, likes these picks these utility picks as well, but Radan as well. This guy yesterday he showed us something we've never seen. Usually he's on those picks, the utility jungler picks, as we all know him for. The Uranuses, he even goes Uranus jungle. He goes Fredrin, these Bakshas, etc. But yesterday I think he went for the Zeros. I think he went for the Studio and the Leo mode pick, which we don't really see from him. And it was really amazing to see what he could do on these heroes. As for we're currently in the drafting phase right now, so enough of my yapping. The ban has been come from the side of Epsilon Echo on towards the Paquito. One from the side of Con Sports, they'll be banning out the Marcel. Who do you think they'll be banning out now? And
I mean, yeah, currently that we know that the assassin hypers do usually gets picked up. So I think there's a possibility of us, seeing them getting banned as well. Like the Ling, the Fanny, these are the two bans that I actually do see. Like especially in the EWC, they are picking the assassin jungler. So yeah, I might be expecting for that. But again, knowing the fact that the tank is also open, the Atlas is very pretty much open, and we know the threat that he plays, right? But again, yesterday we did witness how Raren did surprise us with his experiment. That is to experiment with his his pick, the Leo mod and the Seo, which of course was very stunning because of course he did carry his team. But again, we will be seeing the Valentina getting banned from the side of the Epsilon Echo. So definitely, I mean, okay, we do see the Valentina these days getting banned as well, because of course we know the potential of this mage. We know how much this mage can actually uh take down the ultimate of the heroes they want. So yeah, it can be a little more, dangerous. And we do see the Zushin. I mean, at this point, the Zushin, I would never be surprised because we know the potential of this hero, knowing the fact that she has been nerfed a lot of times, but still, she has that, crowd control potential, and she can be almost very, very annoying in team fights. So yeah, banning out the Zushin actually makes sense. And also another possibility of them banning the Zushin, maybe that might be a respect ban, because of course sometimes players do have an idea of how their opponents play and their comfort picks and all of that. So yeah, the Zushin a ban from my side. But again, we will be seeing the bans coming up from the Epsilon Echo. Again, the Paquito, okay, already been banned. So the Atlas is also pretty much open, but okay, they will not be going for the Atlas. So maybe they do not find that much of a threat right now. So the Claude gets banned out. So they do not want the Claude to be on the Coney Sports. So again, we will be seeing the Freya gets banned. I mean, the Freya, honestly, at this point, knowing the fact that she can actually go to the EXP, the goal lane. So yeah, the possibility of that hero being a threat also it's there. So yeah, the Freya gets banned, and we will be seeing the first pick already into the hands of the Epsilon Echo, and we will be seeing the Atlas getting picked. I mean, of course, they did grab the good tank already in their hands. So let's see what will the Con Esports go in with the first two picks.
100%. And right now, the Atlas pick has come in from Toretto. We saw what Toretto can do on the Atlas last yesterday as well. And right now, Skyzen goes for that carry pick. Carry is a meta so there's no doubts why the carry has been picked up by Skyzen for himself. While Win switches in for Neo, swaps and gives Neo the Selena in the mid lane. And this guy Neo, last time yesterday we saw him in the Iduras, the Selenas. This guy knows what he's doing, hits these abyssal arrows with straight ease, and he knows how to use or work this Selena round. Right now, for the picks from the side of Epsilon Echo right here, Tetney and Astro are going to be taking their picks. There's still, by the way, I have to mention, Astro likes his Claude too, but the Claude has been banned out, and the Freya has been banned out as well. So it looks like there's not much options in the goal lane. There could be a Moskov pick happening though, but will he be able to lock in that Moskov? But before that, it looks like Eve comes out in the mid lane. While for Tetney, he picks up the Fredrun like we said earlier. He likes his utility junglers as well, and he will be picking this up. But a risky play, by the way, I have to mention, because the side of Epsilon Echo already have the Atlas in the roam, and now a Fredrin in the jungle as well. That's two tanky heroes. That's two heroes that will be getting shredded down by the speedy light wheels coming in from Carry or Skyzen in the late game. So do you and they still went in for that risk, by the way. Oh, so what do you think about these two picks?
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of risky. Okay, especially picking up the Freddy, knowing the fact that of course, the carry is there. Of course, we've witnessed yesterday how Neo plays with his how flexible he is with these mages, right? The Eudora has been picked yesterday and was like, okay, we did like because we always mentioned, right? Eudora is one of the dark system heroes that usually do like we do not care about that hero much, but getting picked yesterday and witnessing how he actually managed to play that hero very well, knowing that hero very well. And even the Selena, he did not miss those arrows that much. And knowing that the Selena is there, because we have seen yesterday how the Selena actually did punish the Minotaur as well, right? So knowing the fact that, okay, there are already two threats coming in and going with the Fredrin, I would say that is kind of like taking them a little more like lightly, I would say, from the Fredrin. But yeah, that is kind of risky. But again, we would be witnessing how he would be playing that. And again, the Alice getting picked from Win. Of course, they do have a good frontliner now, so the damage will be coming in from those mage and the as well. So it will be interesting, though. The damage is back to back, and yeah, it's kind of scary for the Fredrin. I'm not very sure why he picked the Fredrin. I mean, of course, you would want some tankiness into your team, but again, knowing that the threats are already there, that's kind of way too risky for me. Yeah,
It
we
will
will
be
be
risky
seeing.
indeed. It will
Yeah,
be risky indeed, like you said. Alice, by the way, but win on the Alice will be really good to watch. The Throne of Ruins, if he manages to catch members of the side of Epsilon Echo, is a treat to watch him on that Alice. As for the bans, the Guinevere and the Bucks are being banned out from the side of Epsilon Echo, while from the side of Con Esports, they've banned out the Yuzong and the Moskov. So two great bans coming in from the side of Con Esports, while Astro I don't even have to say much. We saw him yesterday on that Leslie pick. And if he goes in for that Leslie pick again, and they go for that protect Mr. Precision comp, but instead of a Nathan, they have their own way of playing this comp. They go for that Leslie instead of the Nathan. So that's really interesting to see from them. And last time I think they went for the Sora in the EXP lane, but maybe they do it again, or maybe they don't, because right now Astro is hovering over that Harith pick. Harith is a great pick in the goal lane as well, so it won't be a surprise if we see the Harith being played here. While in the EXP lane, we've seen Hater pick up the Sora for himself yet again, and Astro goes on and picks up the Harith here for himself in the goal lane. An interesting matchup. Harith with the early game damage, Carry with the late game damage. If the side of Epsilon Echo want to win this game, they would want to secure it early with that Harith. Unless they want to take it to late game and see what the carry is about. While for the side of Con Esports, Raren picks up. I think this is is it the Leo mode or the Link? I think Leo mode.
so
He
Leo
picks up
mod, yeah, if I'm not wrong, it's
he picks up the Leo mode. But I mean, there's a skin for the Link that's called the Fiery Dance or something. They kind of look similar. And again, remix on the Minotaur yet again. Yesterday we had some difficulties because this skin just looks a bit too good. And Brawen goes on the Leo mode for himself with the Lunar skin. And this will be an interesting matchup. But who do you think has the upper edge or the advantage here, L?
Well, according to me, I would say Con Esports, like with no doubt. Like, of course, they do have heroes that can actually slow them down, like the Selena with the arrows, and we have the late game hero, the carry, and we have Alice also who can actually piss them off and try to play around with them. So yeah, according to me, I think the Con Esports they have the upper hand here, whereas the Epsilon Echo they have to be a little more careful. I would say they have to be careful with those arrows of the Selena. They have to be careful with the Alice as well. So with the Minotaurs also, yeah, I think they have to be a little more careful. But here we are in the Land of Dawn, and this is match number 2 within the best of 3 series. We have Epsilon Echo on the blue side and the Coney Sports on our red side.
100%. And right now, we are heading straight into the land of dawn, and it will be an interesting matchup. Can Connie Sports come out on top yet again and show why they're one of the dominant sides in those community tournaments, and the ample experience that they have in under their belts will prove really hard to deal with for the side of Epsilon Echo. Or will Epsilon Echo be able to echo a victory for themselves? It looks like in the mid lane there is a bit of poking going on around here. Brabin on the Leo mode against the Fredrin. We do know fighter junglers are good against the tanky junglers, but will he be able to take it? Will Tetney have a solution to Leo mode here? It looks like Minotaur gets stung down to low HP, but he heals with his skill. He is back up to 50%. The Eve, I mean, yeah, the Selena is back up as well to the HP, but it looks like there is still no intentions of engagement from either of these two sides.
Yeah, we do see the poke coming in from the Eve, though. It's not like Eve gonna be that easy to be dealt with. Like, of course, we do know, especially if she gets the ice wand, so she can actually, slow the enemies down. So, of course, that will be a little more like annoying also. So they have to be a little careful with that. But again, of course, knowing the fact that the Selena will be building up and all of that. So yeah, that might not be that much of an issue because both the mages can actually, try to slow each other down. So they have to be, yeah, I think, yeah, it makes sense because they have to provide that kind of, rotation, that kind of damage for the team. So we will be seeing both the mages trying to poke in, and look at that, look at the Selena, very flexible. And here we are, the first lord, I mean the first turtle already. So we would be seeing both the junglers already near towards the turtle. So we might be seeing a fair contest happening in the turtle. And look at the Fredden already started, but Rerin is kind of waiting for his move to make us. Look at the Sora notices that they are there, but I don't think they will be getting, because real manipulation coming in. But with that, we will not be seeing the Connie Sports trying to go in for that. And the taunt coming in from the front, and with that, the first blood goes into the hands of the Epsilon Echo. Oh my god, that was not expected from me. But again, okay, it looks like Win is also in trouble, and with that, we will be seeing a double kill in the hands of the Fredrin. I mean, woo. I did not see that coming, but again, that was like a very quick reflexes of the Fredrin though. I mean, I expected the Rarin to get that kind of support from the team to actually go in for the turtle, because that was like, of course, they did have the backup from them in there, but then, of course, Fredrin being Fredrin, he manages to secure that first objective into their hands already. So yeah, look at that. We would be seeing already a lead into the hands of the Epsilon Echo.
100%. The side of Epsilon Echo are proving dominant. They want to take down one of the giants in the community tournament scene. And right now, another kill happening. Takes down Win. Win gets taken down by the side of Epsilon Echo right there. And Epsilon Echo are currently the aggressors here in this series here, in this game number 1. Salmon Force coming in from the Harriet as well. He's trying to take down the carry, but will he be able to take him down? Eve with the real world manipulation comes into play here as well. Carry taking a lot of damage from the members of the side of Epsilon Echo. Skyzen gets shut down, and it's a kill for the side of Epsilon Echo, but Minotaur with a kill back, this time taking down the Harriet here, and the side of Con Esports are there. Will they be able to get more kills? Phantom Seed comes into play here as well. They're trying to get a kill, this time on towards the Atlas. Selena gets a kill on towards the Atlas, taking him down, and finally the side of Con Esports have gotten 2 kills back.
Not gonna lie, okay, I did expect the Connie supposed to be a little more onto the aggressive style, because they do have the Selena and the Minotaur. But then I It's the opposite of what I'm expecting. And I expected the Coney supposed to be a little more aggressive, but I do see that the Epsilon Echo are being on the aggressive play. But again, we do not know, that might be a strategy coming in from the Coney sports as well. But again, Epsilon, right? We know how they play. We know how these players play. So of course they're not going to be on the lighter side. So of course with the second turtle already here, so we would be seeing in both the teams trying to contest for this. But I think the Leomord has to be a little more quicker because the Fredrin is not aligned that side. But with that, we will be seeing the second turtle goes into the hands of the Epsilon Echo as well. And with that, the Leomord gets taken down, and the real world manipulation coming in as well. And we'll be seeing a triple kill for the Sora. Oh my god, such an intense,
What a play by the side of
yeah,
Epsilon
exactly.
Echo. What a play, by the side of Epsilon Echo. They got 4 kills and lost absolutely no one. Harrod still pushing in the top lane, trying to push the inhibitors as much as they can, putting a lot of wave pressure in the top lane right now, while the other members of the side of Epsilon Echo have a lot to be happy about in this game, because they have done a lot of damage with that 4 kill play coming in there in that team fight. Well, right now Sora is going for more. He wants a kill on towards someone, but it looks like he will just be happy with the poke. Dominance Eyes getting picked up finally by the Atlas, and the members of Con Esports have to play it safely. They have to put a lot of respect on towards the side of Epsilon Echo. Right now another play happening there is the real manipulation getting propped up by the Eve here, but will not be able to catch anyone just yet. And it looks like the members of Con Esports are low yet again. Will they, the side of Epsilon Echo, be able to take down anyone, or will they get taken down instead? It looks like a kill coming on towards the Minotaur. Eve puts an end towards the Minotaur here, and right now again a fight going in favor of Epsilon Echo. They know they have the gold gap in their hands. By the way, they have a 4.6k gold gap in their favor, and they know they can do whatever they want in this game in the early rounds of this game, and they have to end the game early if they want to win this game.
Well, that is kind of a scary. I think the Coney Esports now, they do have that, the pressure built up into their hands right now. Because look at that. Look at how the Epsilon Echo, they're not giving that breathing space for the Coney Esports. Because look at that. The Leomord has already died twice. One of the frontliners already died twice. Not only the one of the frontliners, both the frontliners. We might be witnessing another fight coming in. And with that, we will see Eve gets taken down. And with that, a pickoff coming in from the Atlas. But again, the Sora steps into the fight, but we might be witnessing more kills coming in for the Epsilon Echo, and with that, the carry gets taken down. The Leomord as well gets taken down. Wow, the Epsilon Echo are actually very insane right now, and they are trying to go in for more. Look at that, they are trying to go in for the Alice, but with that, the Minotaur steps in, and we would be seeing the Selena misses the arrow as well, and they are trying to go for the mid tier as well, but we might be seeing the Harriet backing out from there, and with that, we will be seeing the Selena gets shut down by the Sora as well. Oh my god, that was a very beautiful, fight coming in from the Epsilon Echo. Not gonna lie, that is something that, okay, like the Con Esports did not even manage to secure the kills into their hand. So yeah, that is pretty beautiful, coming in from the Epsilon Echo, and we will be seeing the first lot already coming in here. We will be seeing, without any wastage of time, without delaying any time, they are already going for this lot here, and I think this lot will easily be a very free lot into the hands of the Epsilon Echo. And with that, yes, they do manage to secure this as well, and we might be witnessing them, trying to pressure that mid tier as well, because look at the Harriet. They're trying to put that pressure into the the Coney Esports, and the Coney Esports are actually very bad, like struggling right now, because look at the carry. It hasn't even been the late game. She has already died 3 times. This doesn't really you know this actually looks concerning to me, because how the table is turned, right? I mean, they have all the good heroes into their hands, but they could not execute the hero properly. So of course this is not working out for them, because I can also see the miscommunication happening from the Coney Sports, because when the Minotaur is trying to engage in, I don't see the backup coming in, and vice versa, right? So some of the teammates from the side of the Coney Sports are actually lacking behind, I would say. And of course, we do see the goal gap as well. And we will be seeing the mid tier gets taken down as well. And with that, the Lord marching from the top lane. We will be seeing more lanes, but of course, we do see the, Lemo uh, trying to pressure that. I mean, trying to clear that lane, trying to push that bot tier right there. And we will be seeing the real manipulation from the Eve to actually defend that inhibitor. But no, that will not be enough. Of course, that will not be enough. And with that, one of the inhibitors gets shut down, gets taken down. With that, we will be seeing them trying to go in for that another inhibitor so that they can have easy so that the minions can actually go easily and try to actually go for the base. And look at that, they are struggling badly, but with that we will be seeing the Minotaur and the Raren already gets shut down, and 2 kills already into the hands. I mean, more kills coming in for the Epsilon Echo. And with that, 2 inhibitors already gets taken down, and we might be seeing them trying to go in for that end already, because I don't think they want to waste any more time. And we will be seeing Win already getting that turn. Zeman Force being used by the, and with that we will be seeing another kill into the hands of the Epsilon Echo. And with that we will be seeing the Fredden gets shut down. But again, I think that will not be enough to actually defend their base. And with that, game number 1 goes to the hands of the Epsilon Echo. I mean, whew, what a match.
What a match indeed. I think not, I think I wouldn't have predicted that. I absolutely did not think the side of Epsilon Echo would dominate in that dominant fashion against the side of Con Esports here. I mean, these players, then again, they are a lot in the community tournaments, but then again, if you're active as like the side of Epsilon Echo, you're fighting to win, you're playing these battles, and then there's more side of this. There's more practice going into the game, and you just have the heart, the drafting and stuff. You'll obviously come out on top. And the way they showed, the way they utilized this early game draft that they had, shutting down the carry completely as well. It was just amazing to see. And now that's game number 1 into the hands of Epsilon Echo, and we will be heading into game number 2 shortly, and that will be all to play for the side of Con Esports. If they cannot win against Epsilon Echo in that game, it will be a clean sweep completely.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. I mean, yesterday how we witnessed, the Connie Sports, they were very dominant, right, in the matches that we've witnessed yesterday. Very, very dominant. And today, seeing how they're getting bullied and how they're getting punished badly by the Epsilon Echo. Not only like, there was not even like a close matchup. There was literally a very one-sided game, I would say. That was like literally how, the Epsilon Echo, they're putting that pressure. They're putting so much pressure that they're not even able to have that breathing space. They're not able to have that space for themselves to actually make a comeback, because of course the Absolute Echo have, like how we witnessed, right, they actually do not even wait for another law. They just went in. They had the chance to actually end. Of course they did, and they do not waste any time. And that's the beautiful part of that match just now, because of course it was very one-sided, I would say. But again, I mean, of course, we will never underestimate any teams. But knowing the fact that the Coney Sports are very, like, one of the teams that we already are very familiar, right? So, of course, we did not expect that to be coming in from their side. But again, there's still another chance for them to make that comeback, to have that score point to their hands. Or else, if they do not win this match, the second match, it's going to be uh, an end of this series for them. So I hope they do make the possible comeback, because of course we would be say wanting to have a neck to neck competition, especially knowing it's in the semis right now. I mean, who would want like a one-sided match, right? I mean, both the teams have actually worked hard to come this far. So of course we want to see the fair battle coming in from both the teams. So yeah, I do expect like the second match to be more interesting, I would say.
And right now, we're about to go into game number 2 really shortly. And like El said, we're really excited for what happens in game number 2. Can the side of Epsilon Echo continue their dominant run and secure their spot in the finals of this Cygnus Cup Season 3? Or will it not be enough? And will this game number 2 go into the hands of Con Esports? But as these players ready up and we find out what happens in this BO3 series, we will just have to wait and watch. But for you guys watching the stream right now, if you guys are ML players or any other games players, there's multiple titles in there. You could be playing. Maybe you're a PUBG player. I mean, PUBG Mobile player. You could be a Free Fire player. You could be a HOK player. So I hope you guys are registering on BattleOn.in. Make sure you guys register on the website, on the application, to scrim against teams, to participate in more such tournaments in the future, and to make sure that instead of watching these guys, you guys are one of the people playing in these tournaments, and you guys can share the streams with your friends who can also watch you play. And also stay tuned for the giveaways on these streams. I think there was a giveaway in the past streams as well. So you never know when there could be a giveaway happening in stream as well. They give out codes, etc., etc., and you could benefit greatly off of this. So make sure you're staying tuned. You subscribe to the channel. You're liking the stream, sharing the stream with your friends, and hope and helping BattleOn grow as much as you can. And obviously, there's a lot of good stuff on the BattleOn IN app. So yeah, make sure you're utilizing these features to the best of their abilities and making the most out of them. But currently, we're still waiting for these two sides to ready up. Epsilon Echo versus Con Esports. Me and Al are really excited to see them go head to head against each other. We cannot wait. So, El, what are you expecting? Are you expecting some respect bans coming here in game number 2 or not? Do you think Epsilon Echo will just steamroll Con Esports?
Honestly, I think it would. I think the Epsilon Echo, they're not. They usually, like when we have these teams, right? When we know that our opponents are teams that are very like one of like the teams that are very like known in the community. We usually tend to have that little bit of nervousness, I would say. But looking at Epsilon Echo, I feel like they are very fearless right now. I mean, like look at how they played, right? I did not even see any kind of nervousness from their part. Like they were very like they were actually like playing with that the flexibility with that they have, and they were like playing with enjoyment. So I don't even witness any kind of nervousness from the side of the Epsilon Echo. I mean, I do not know how they're feeling, but from the way they played the match, I really like did I mean, I can actually say that they did have fun with the match. But again, with the Coney Sports, I mean, we of course, I mean, both of us did not expect that kind of gameplay from their side. But from the Epsilon Echo, like I said, right, we know how this team plays. We know how they can make that a comeback. We have witnessed it yesterday, and we witnessed it today. I mean, today was, of course, that was not a comeback. There was clear domination from their part. There was clear dominance coming in from their part. But yesterday, we did witness their comeback, right? And today, we just saw the opposite of yesterday, and that is a clear dominance. And here we are in game number 2 with that. We will be in the draft phase, and we will be seeing the Coney Sports making their first ban. I would be expecting the Marcel getting banned. I mean, a very common ban that we usually get to see. But again, we might be seeing that. I mean, we might be seeing some respect bans, though. I mean, of course, after whatever we just witnessed just now, we might be seeing some of the respect bans coming in from Coney Sports.
Rightfully said so, and it looks like the first ban coming in from the side of Con Esports will be on that Zushin. And as for the side of Epsilon Echo, they're currently going to be making their first ban. And who could it be? Are they going to ban a hero that they found difficult to deal with? Maybe they ban out Remix as Belric. Maybe they ban out the Marcel. It looks like they'll be banning out the Marcel immediately. They don't want to deal with the Marcel. I don't think I've seen Remix on a Marcel anytime recently, but the Marcel gets banned out. We know how deadly or annoying he is to deal with in the roam. He has that golden shower, that platinum snap to deal with, and it's a lot for players to get overwhelmed by. But right now, Neo will be taking the second ban from the side of Con Esports here. And who could he be banning out? There's a lot of good options. No one has really made a pick yet, so it could be anything. It could come out on it could come out on EXP. It looks like it'll be a 4-way ban from the side of Con Esports. And right now, the banning phase goes on to the red side, which will be Epsilon Echo. And who could they ban? I mean, they could. The sky's the limit at this point, because like, go for the utility jungler ban. Do you want to ban Raren's hero pool? He's been using the Suyos and the Lure mods. Do you just want to ban him out, or do you not see him as a threat and you see maybe Neo as a threat? He does has the Idura on his under his belt. He's not brought out the Idura just yet, but looks like it will be a Valentina ban, so a mid laner gets banned out from the side of Epsilon Echo. As for the last and final ban of the first drafting phase, it looks like it will be Skyzen taking the ban for his side, but who could it be? There's a lot of good picks, like we already stated. Do they want to go for a ban on Astro Zero Pool, or do they want to go on a ban from someone like Tetney Zero Pool? It looks like it'll be a ban on Freya instead. The Freya has been banned out, so maybe they're not going for the carry this time. Skyzen would probably look to pick up a god or something like that.
A punch for a punch.
I know the picks. Yeah, the picks are about to happen. What do you think about these bands, and who do you think they'll be picking up?
Oh, I was about to. Yeah, that was a pretty quick pick coming in from Coney Sports. I don't think they want to waste any time. So yeah, I did expect the Atlas to get picked because of course they did not bother to ban out the Atlas. So of course, knowing the fact that the Atlas is pretty much open, they would be going in with that first pick, and we would be seeing another Fredrin gameplay, mind you. We did already witness a lot in the in the first match, a lot of heat up coming in, but again we will be witnessing another Fredrin gameplay in game number 2, and we will be seeing the Belric. So yeah, of course, knowing the Belric is one of the most picked tanks in this current meta right now, so it would be interesting. So of course, 2 taunts already, look at that. It's gonna be kind of annoying to say, because of course we do know how that taunt can actually piss you off, right? So we would be seeing 2 taunts. So 1 taunt was not enough to actually bully, the Coney Sports. So and now they're keeping like 2 heroes that can actually taunt the opponents, and actually that's gonna be like interesting to watch. But okay, we would be seeing the guard getting picked up from the side of the Coney Sports, and alongside we will be seeing the Barretts. So of course, knowing the fact that the Barretts is like one of the heroes that usually gets picked these days, so it's gonna be a little interesting, I would say, to see that Barretts gameplay. And with that, we will be seeing a claw into the hands of Astro. Well, I did expect the Skyzen to go in for the Claude, but okay, never mind here. The Astro manages to actually get the Claude into his hands.
Sniper ready.
100%. And right now, by the way, it was really funny. You were trying to say something, but Remix said, you know what? Toretto likes that Atlas. Let me just steal it away from him. And he stole that Atlas right immediately before you could say a word. And right now, Tetney goes in again on that Fredrin, while Astro has picked up the Cloud, like you stated, and Vin is on the Barrage this time in the EXP lane. A rather weird pick in the EXP lane. You usually never see the Barrage being picked up in the EXP lane, but he has picked him up. While Neo goes on that guard in the mid lane. As for the bans coming in, it looks like the side of Epsilon Echo have banned out the Leslie, while Connie Sports have gone for the Valir ban. I have not seen Angnem, or whatever his name is, pick up the Valir. And you usually don't see a Valir being picked up, but he does have a lot of CC. And by the way, the carry is left open. If the side of Epsilon Echo do not ban out the carry, they can pick they can give it away, but then again, both these sides have two tanks each right now, and that's really weird to see for in this tournament game, because Astro did pick up the Claude. Skyzen has the option for the carry, but we know the carry is late game, and both these sides have people who can be chunked down by any hero that can chunk down tanks at this point. And a DHS means it's game over for both the sides. So both these junglers will be looking to pick up the one Raren should be picking up that DHS for himself early, and Claude obviously he'll be picking up that DHS either way, regardless of the thing, however it goes. But it looks like it will be an even the mid lane for the side of Epsilon Echo. As for the ban by Connie Sports, it was on the Lilia, and the Moscow was banned out from the side of Epsilon Echo. So these two interesting bans, the Lilia and the Valir. I don't know if it's a respect ban, but I have not seen Angnem play these two heroes in this competition. I have seen him play the guard, so Neo did steal the guard from him. But it's a Yeef pick. As for the picks on the side of Con Esports, guys, and picks up the Brody. Val Raren is yet to make his pick, but Brody is a really good pick, I have to say. Once he gets late game, he can do a lot of damage to the Claude, obviously, but he can chunk down those tanks as well. And it looks like Raren will be picking up the Yuzong. So it looks like Wild and Raren will be swapping their heroes. Raren will be going on the utility jungle, the Barats in the jungle, while Wind picks up the Yuzong in the EXP lane. As for Hatred right now, he has a lot of hate in his heart, clearly, but he needs to make a pick in the EXP lane. And if he goes for another tank, it might be a hard game for them. But it looks like he will be going on the R-Lord pick instead. He's currently over the R-Lord pick, but will he lock it in?
Nice question. Yeah, I mean, so far the Barretts, I did expect the Barretts to go to the EXP because, of course, we do see the Barretts, getting picked to the EXP lane these days. But I okay, going to the jungle side. Let's see what will we witness in this match. I mean, of course, we're open to experimentation. Like I said, we're open to all of that. So we would be witnessing how Kony Sports make that possible comeback if there is any possibility of them making a comeback. Because of course, the Upsilon Echo did manage to set a good standard already. So let's see, will the Korea Sports be able to make the comeback or not? And of course, we will be see Sora again getting picked by the by Hatred. So of course, we will be seeing again the Hatred gameplay into the Sora. So it would be interesting. Not gonna lie, it would be interesting. So yeah, this match is gonna decide if it's gonna be a clean sweep or will the Connie Sports make that comeback. And are we going to game number 3? That is the question. Are we going to game number 3 or will it just be a clean sweep coming in from the Epsilon Echoes? So I know everyone is as interested as invested and interested as both of us are. So please, guys, stay tuned to witness who is gonna take this game number 2. And here we are in the land of dawn. This is game number 2. On the left side we have Connie Sports, and on the right side we have Epsilon Echo. And the score point, of course, into the hands of the Epsilon Echo. So of course, this match is gonna be kind of pressurizing for the Connie Sports because they do have to win this match to actually go to game number 3. So it would be interesting. So of course,
And it will be interesting indeed as the game goes on. It looks like they're talking though. We can see Eve go EXP pause. Okay, I think the side of Epsilon Echo currently want to pause, and the pause has happened. The EXP I think might be having some technical difficulties, maybe a Wi-Fi issue, maybe something else, maybe he's lagging and he needs to fix something. But either way, both of these teams are really good drafts, and I think Titney didn't want to risk out on this game, so he went for the Ferdinand pick yet again. They don't want to take any chances. They're in the semifinals of this game or this series, and they want to be in the finals. They will do anything to be in the finals right now at this point, and they know what's at stake here. They know who they're up against as well, and they are showing no fear. They're like, we know them, but if they're good, we are just, if not better than them. And they're looking to make their mark. And probably, maybe, you know what, maybe we see them in more future tournaments, in other tournaments. Maybe one day on the big stage as well. Maybe sometime, who knows, one day they'll make their way onto the series like MLMS or something as well. If they keep playing this. But right now, we have to see if they can get a clean sweep against the side of Koan Esports right here. But will it be possible? The pause is still not up, and we're still waiting currently for the pause to be up. But El, what are your thoughts? It looks on these two teams.
I mean, of course, the Epsilon Echo, knowing the fact that they do have that, the upper hand into their hands. So I think it's gonna be like for them, this match is gonna be okay. They're not that much of in under pressure, but for the Connie Sports, they have to be a little more careful. And of course, I mean, at this point, what much can I say? Because just now, Epsilon Echo has actually really left me speechless with the kind of gameplay. And we would be seeing a first blood already coming in, and that would be the Eve gets taken down. And of course, they would be having the first blood into their hands. And that was a good start. Not gonna lie, that was a good start for the side of the Connie Sports. But again, that's too early to make judgments, to come to conclusions. But of course, we would be seeing that the clear up of the minions already done by the god. So we will be seeing the rotation coming in from the roamer as well as the mage as well. So because the turtle will be spawning in less than, I suppose, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, so we might be seeing a gang that might be coming in the exp, but of course he misses off his second skill. But yeah, nevertheless they would be going in for this first turtle. And right now I think they do not want to make the same mistakes that they did in the previous match, like, giving the turtle easily into the hands of the Obsidian Echo. And look at that, the skies, not skies, and sorry, the wind. Oh my god, that was a good zoning coming in, and the Mystic Gush coming from the Neo, and they will be going in for more kills. And look at that, the Belleray gets taken out. And yes, with that, we will be seeing more kills coming in from the side of the Kony Esports. And look at Sora, pretty much low, but he would be backing out, I suppose. But no, he will not be backing out. Skyzen takes him down, and we will be seeing the real one manipulation, but that would not be enough to take down Neo. And okay, that's a good start. 5 kills already in the hands of the Kony Esports, and a lead into the hands, a 2k goal lead already into their hands, and that is a good, a good opening already for their team. It's good. I mean, this is the mistake, like the previous mistake that they made. They're not making it in the second match, which is, of course, they're a good thing that they actually learned from what the mistakes that they made in the previous match, and we would be seeing Win already trying to go for the rotation. Mystic Gush coming in again, and we would be seeing the Belleray gets shut down once again. That's 2 times already he has been dying, and we would be seeing the Barretts going in for that small buff. I mean, the crap from the side of the Obsidian Echo. Look like this match is gonna be interesting. I mean, of course, we already see, like the Kony Esports actually are actually doing pretty good compared to the previous match that we just witnessed. But again, this is a good start. A good start already happening. But again, the top lane, we might be seeing a gang happening. But of course, Kaizen pretty much know that. Of course, the Fredden is pretty much like nearby, so he would be more careful. And from the side, the Epsilon Echo, they already have lost. They already have losses before the turtles, so they have to be a little more careful. And knowing the fact that they will be going in for another pickoff, and with that Mystic Gush coming in from the god, and we would be seeing for the third time the Belleray gets shut down. And of course they have to back out from there because they have enough losses already. So this turtle will definitely be into the hands of the Kony Esports. Oh my god, that is pretty insane coming in. They do not want to make the same mistakes again. And look at that, they would be going in for the Fredden right now, and they also manages to secure the second turtle. And with that, look at Sora trying to go in for Neo, and Neo gets shut down, but that would actually also take him down as well. And with that, Sora gets shut down, manages to secure 1 kill into the hands, but did not manage to survive that. And we would be seeing Blazing Duet coming in from the Claude, and look at the Skyzen's damage. And with that, we might be seeing the turn coming in, real world manipulation also coming in. With that, Skyzen gets shut down. I mean, okay, 2 kills into the hands of the Obsidian Echo. Well, not a very bad move coming in from them. So of course we would be witnessing a lot of that again. I mean, a good start for the Kony Esports, but again, Obsidian Echo is not gonna keep quiet. They're not gonna take that backseat, of course, unless they have that, they have that, the they actually will not be staying quiet, because of course they will not want to give this match into the hands of the Kony Esports. So they would be going in for, they have to take a backseat for now, not gonna lie. They have to take that backseat for now because they do not have, the objectives into the hand, and of course they do not have the lead, so they have to be a little more careful. I would suggest that they do not try to go in for that, engagement in any kind of fights for now, because of course they have to be more careful. Because look at the Kony Sports already have that lead into their hands. It's just 6 minutes, right? It's just 6 minutes. But look at that, they will be trying to go in for the Sora already, and the Sora gets shut down, and we will be seeing the bot tier gets taken down by the Barretts as well. So 2 tier already, and there's a possibility of the Fredden as well gets taken out with that. Yes, look at the damage of the Skies, and with that we will be seeing a blazing duet coming in, but that would not be enough. And the Skyzen will be trying to take down the Claude, and with that double kill into the hands of Skyzen. I mean, Vision, what are your thoughts? That is like, of course, the opposite of what we witnessed just now. So yeah.
100%. Uh, and the thing is, I did not expect from the side of Connie Spurs as much as I expected them to like be the side of Epsilon Echo. I have to say I did not expect this early game super aggression coming in from the side of Connie Spurs. And it looks like right now Barat is trying to take down Toretto, and Toretto gets taken down by the Brody here. And this time Mr. Gush comes in from Neo as well, takes down another member of this side of Epsilon Echo, and right now Con Esports, the aggressors in this game, appraises that landing in, catches down absolutely no one though. And look at the top lane, Brody, Skyzen still pushing a lot. By the way, like I was saying earlier, I did not expect this from Con Esports in this game. I thought maybe even if they would win, they would just take it to late game and they could win. But a fatal link catches two members of the side of Epsilon Echo. Tetni gets taken down and Hatred gets taken down by Skyzen. Skyzen with a double kill. And right now, the recall spamming remix knows this game is a landslide victory for them. Mystic Gush lands in onto two members of the side of Epsilon Echo. Win gets the kill on towards Eve. Neo takes down Astro as well. Toretto, the only one surviving from the side of Epsilon Echo. And in this game, Con Esports are showing why they're at the level they are, showing they win in a dominant fashion, showing that there's no chance in this game for the side of Epsilon Echo to come back. But will Epsilon Echo be able to hold off against this intense pressure coming in from the side of Con Esports, or will they fall short in this game and Con Esports will get a victory for themselves? It looks like more action happening here as the game goes on. Ronan with the kill onto his Tetni takes down the Fredrin, and right now Toretto might be the next one on the chopping block. Vin gets a kill on towards Toretto, taking him down immediately. And right now again, two members taken down from the side of Epsilon Echo here, while the side of Con Esports are continuing the relentless push to win this game number 2 against the side of Epsilon Echo.
Damn. Very interesting. I feel like in the previous match, it was not the Corny Sports who played, and now they're fully awake. I feel like they were asleep in the previous match, and now they're actually awake because this is the kind of match we witnessed yesterday as well. So, of course, this is the kind of aggression that they usually, put in the early game, like how I expected in in the first match. But they do not go in for that, aggressive early game. So maybe because of that, they couldn't, build that momentum in the early game. But as of now, as of this game, we do see that the momentum has been built from their part, right, from the early itself, and they managed to actually, maintain that momentum. And right now, we do see the results already. We do see they already have the goal lead, they have the objectives, they have already what it takes to win this match. So, but the question is, will they be able to hold still? Will they be able to continue to actually maintain this momentum and maintain the lead that they already have? And with that, we will be seeing the Lord marching from the top lane. And of course, not to forget the Neo. This is how Neo plays, right? Look at that. Again, the Mystic Gush comes in and the Claude gets shut down. And with that, we might be seeing more kills coming in. Look at the Fredrin. The Fredrin is struggling right now. In the previous match, the Fredrin was actually the one poking them, bullying them. But in this match, he has to take that back seat. He cannot go in too much because, of course, he gets punished badly. And with that, we will be seeing, look at the minions marching in from all the lanes. And we would be seeing these, the turrets being taken down. Look at that. We will be seeing the top inhibitor gets taken down. With that, we will be seeing a Mystic Dash coming in from Neo. And we would be seeing also the Sora tries to engage in. But I don't think that would be enough to take on real manipulation also steps in. And we would be seeing two members down from the side of the Epsilon Echo, and with that they're trying to go in for more, but they will be marking the base directly because of course they do want this match into the hands. And with that, game number 2 into the hands of the Con Esports. That was a pretty okay. I mean, both the teams are actually very intense right now. In one match, they're like, okay, the Epsilon Echo and putting that pressure, putting that so much pressure and bullying the opposite team, that is the Con Esports. And in the second match, we're witnessing the opposite. And look at that, 2 chokers already. I mean, that felt like a wake up call for the Con Esports that they needed in the game number 1, because they got bullied badly. And then game number 2, they were like, okay, that's not gonna happen again. And look at the results already, right? 3 25. Look at the results already. And with that, we would be going into game number 3. So, of course, this is interesting. Like I said, of course, in the semis, who would want a clean sweep? I mean, both the teams have made this far. Both the teams have actually worked worked hard. So, of course, it's not going to be, good to watch or witness that a clean sweep coming in. So, of course, that was a very interesting match. And in shortly, we will be going into game number 3. So, of course, this game number 3 is going to be a real heat up. I would say I do expect both the teams to go in aggressively. I mean, of course, not too aggressive in a way that they will actually throw the game, but of course, in a way that will actually show them how thirsty are they to actually get that spot into the finals. So, of course, we would be witnessing that in just a few minutes. So, guys, please stay tuned. And we are going to game number 3, like how I wanted this going exactly like how I expected. So, of course, we would be going to game number 3. And again, what are your thoughts, Vision? What are your thoughts? I mean, game number 2, that was a one-sided game.
100%. What a game by the way by Con Esports. I actually did not expect that at all. But what a dominant fashion that they won that game. And currently it's in game number 3. And I mean, match point now for both these sides here. 1-1. And it could go either way. And I'm really excited. Can the side of Epsilon Echo have an answer towards this pressure being built up from the side of Con? Or in this game will Con just show them another chapter of game number 2? Will they show them the same thing again, over again? And will Con just stand tall and make their way into the finals of the Cygnus Cup Season 3? But we can't really tell because this game has literally been shocking. No, I actually can't tell. The predictions will just be going wrong. First game we predicted that Con Esports will win. They lost. And Epsilon Echo were just dominant. But then I actually genuinely thought Epsilon Echo might win that game, or even if they lost, it would go towards a late game. But nah, Con Esports just had that in the bag. So I won't be making any predictions here. I think if I predict Epsilon Echo wins, then Con might win, and if I predict Con might win, Epsilon Echo might win.
Absolutely. I mean, that was something that I predicted as well in the game number 1, and it was like totally the opposite of what I predicted. Of course, we will not make any predictions right now. We will be, because both the teams have not, both the teams have surprised us at this point. So, of course, at this point, anything can happen. Any team can actually win. And because we have seen how both the teams play, so of course, we would be moving into the draft phase right now, and we would be seeing the Epsilon Echo making their first ban. And we would be again seeing the Marcel. I think the Marcel, the Atlas. Of course, knowing I think the possibility of the Atlas getting banned in this match is very high because, of course, if they do not want into the hands, we would be okay. Never mind, we would be seeing a respect ban. Firstly, we would be seeing the respect ban coming in from the Epsilon Echo. That is the Barrett. So, of course, interesting. I mean, of course, I mean, even if I was in the place, I would definitely ban out the Barretts because, of course, the Barretts actually was pretty much a threat in that game just now. And, of course, the Marcel, like I said, one of the pretty common bans that we see because, of course, knowing the fact that if this hero is open, then, of course, it's going to be, on the upper side of your hand. And again, we will be seeing the Valentina. I think this is the third time I'm seeing Epsilon Echo banning out the Valentina. And again, like I said, the Atlas, pretty high chances of this tank getting banned because, of course, in both the matches we've seen, even in the game number 1, when the Epsilon Echo did manage to to take the Atlas into their hands, they actually did manage to have that control into their hands. And in game number 2 as well, we did see the Con Esports taking the Atlas, and we did see the good pickoffs coming in. So, of course, knowing the fact that this tank is pretty much open and you don't have the first pick into your hands, and keeping this hero open is going to be dangerous. So, of course, they did ban out the Atlas, which is a pretty good, solid ban. And the last ban of the first phase coming in from Epsilon Echo, it can be maybe, okay, EXP, of course, Paquito, knowing the fact that if he snowballs in the early, he can actually very be like, one of those heroes that can actually one-shot you. So, of course, it's dangerous. So yeah, if you're not picking it, banning out is always a better reason to actually keeping that hero open. And we will be seeing the Freya gets banned again. And this is the third time that the Kony Sports is banned. So we do see the consistency of both the teams banning out the similar heroes that they have banned since game number one. So yeah, nothing much, nothing interesting bans that they have made so far. Like either the respect ban coming in or either the same kind of bans that they have banned in the other two matches. So yeah, the consistency we do see in the draft itself, and even the consistency in the hero selection, we do see that. We did see the Fredrin getting picked in the previous, like in the other matches, two matches already, and we might or might not see in this third match again. Let's see that, and we would be seeing the Zushin into the hands of the Epsilon Echo. I mean, of course, we do know how this, if she has a Skypius and she stacks up, so of course she's going to be dangerous. And of course, we do know the potential of this mage in team fights, right? We do know the Crimson Beacon can actually really have that, control into her hands. So of course it's going to be dangerous knowing the fact that you have a Zushin. But of course there are other mages as well. We're pretty much open. Yeah, the Eve is pretty much open. The God as well is pretty much open. Like so they would be sticking to the God. I mean, the God is a better answer to the Zushin, because knowing the fact that the God can actually be a long range hero. So of course he will not have to go too close to Yushin to actually attack her. So of course going in for the God is a better option, and we would be seeing a Minotaur getting played. I hope this game the Minotaur does not actually die as many times as how he died in the first game that we witnessed from Remix. So of course we would be seeing the Minotaur gameplay once again from Remix. So we would be witnessing another gameplay possibility of that. Yeah, possibility of that, of course there is. And we would be seeing the Hylas getting picked. I mean, of course we all know the combo of the Hylas and the Zushin. So we would be seeing that as well. So that would be interesting. And we would be seeing a Suyo, right? We would be seeing a Suyo. I mean, we don't really see the Suyo these days, but knowing the fact that if you're flexible with this hero, if you know this hero pretty well, and if you know how to play this hero pretty well, it can be very annoying. And we know that, of course, this hero, like we've also seen, like Kony Sports picking the Suyo, like Raren, right, going for the Suyo. We have seen how much on the dominant side he was, right, yesterday. So of course going in for the Suyo, pretty much valid. And we would be seeing another respect ban coming in from the Kony Sports, and that is the Sora. I mean, we have seen two matches already with the Sora. I don't want another match to I don't want them to pick the same heroes again and again. I mean, I would be interested and more invested in seeing them playing other heroes, honestly, because two matches already we've seen a lot of familiar heroes that they have picked. So of course I would be expecting for more. And of course the Skyzen takes up the Claude. We, like, again, Fission did expect in the second game for the Claude to be in the hands of the Kony Sports, but again they did not manage to get that. But again, in this game number 3, we will be seeing the Claude into the hands of the Skyzen, and we would be seeing the Alice as well gets banned. And of course we do see a lot of EXP laners getting banned right now, so there would be a limited hero pool for the EXP laners right now, so they have to be more careful with how they pick their EXP. And we will be seeing the last ban coming in from the Kony Esports. What would it be? I mean, of course, the marksman is pretty much open, because of course the Epsilon Echo, they're yet to go in for the the marksman and the EXP. Okay, banning out the EXP again. The Uranus, knowing the fact that the Uranus, we have seen though the yesterday a win, if I'm not wrong. He picked out the Uranus. He was very flexible with that, but they will be banning the Uranus. They do not want the sustained EXP into the hands of the Epsilon Echo, and neither do they want to play the Uranus, so maybe they did ban out that because of that. And we will be seeing the last ban coming in from the side of the Epsilon Echo. What do you think, Vision? What would they go in for the last ban?
I mean, the last ban. There's junglers left open. Do you wanna? The Raven has been really unpredictable, Loki. I mean, he's going for the utility jungler picks, which we know him for. But then again, he's picked up the Leo mode as well. He doesn't really play the assassins much, so if you go for the utility jungler pick ban, that's still okay. But will he pick up a Fredrin? I mean, he could pick up the Fredrin, so they should have gone for the Fredrin ban. I'm not gonna lie, but they've gone for that Guinevere ban. And it looks like this time Astro goes on that Leslie pick, does not want to take any more risks in the goal lane. Valovin picks up the Yuzong for himself. Hatred though, the Sora has been banned out. Hatred has a few picks. Hey, no way he's going on the Sun pick. I was like, oh no, 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 no. I was like, no, wait, hands off the Sun, bro. What are you doing? But and he will not be locking in the Sun. But who could it be? There's a lot of good picks. He's against the Yuzong. Does he want to go for the Esmeralda here? But it looks like Hatred will be locking in that R lot. And right now for Raren, he's currently showing the Hirata. He's currently showing a Nolan. And right now, I think he's taking it a bit too hard that he's known for these utility junglers. So he picks up the Nolan and will be looking to show us what he has practiced on these assassin junglers right now. And it's the Nolan against the Suyo. I mean, low key, I was expecting like if you have banned out the Guinevere, you're scared of the magic, you're scared of the magic damage the opposition can deal to you on the Suyo. So I was kind of hoping he went for that Julian pick because I don't know if people remember, but during that season where the what's it called, the Goldens, Rose Gold, sorry. Rose Gold and Julian was meta. It was so OP. Like you couldn't. Julian was almost unkillable, and Julian we all know already counters the Suyo because of the magic damage, and he has a lot of CC potential as well. A lot of combos he can do with his skills. So and maybe that pick, but we all know we never see a Julian pick coming in tournament games. So Nolan would still be there, but Nolan, can he deal with the Suyo? Suyo, we know what the Suyo can do. We know the Nolan has the potential as well, similar potential, but he's gonna be physical damage for physical damage here. So it will be interesting to see what happens in this game as we head into the land of Dawn right now. And L, these two drafts, what do you have to say about them?
I mean, not gonna lie, right? I mean, Raren has been very flexible with his hero pool. Though we have seen him going in for the utility junglers as well. We have seen him, not very flexible with the assassin, but knowing the fact that he is very like more into the experiment side. Like he has been experimenting since yesterday with those heroes of his, and it's actually working out. Look at the Zushin's. Oh my god, look at the Zushin's second skill. Did you see that? Oh, she picked up 2 heroes already, and that was like a good move from her. But again, okay, moving to what we were saying. Yeah, like the selection of the heroes. I mean, at this point, okay, both the teams have done a good selection of hero, but again, they're more dependent on how their tanks provide their vision, how their how their tanks are clear, helping them check that bush to avoid those scams and all of that. And we will be seeing the aggression coming in from the side of the Epsilon Echo. They are trying to go in for that early invade, which I think that might not be a good move, but that is a good move. That would be helping them secure their first blood, and with that the Minotaur gets shut down already, and we would be seeing they're trying to go for the Nolan's red buff as well. And I don't think the Nolan managed to actually secure or actually get the buff of his, because he did not manage to get that. Oh, poor Nolan. But again, this is the mistake that I don't.
I think there's some technical difficulties from the side of L, but anyways.
No, sorry. I'm here.
Off with where she, oh
Yeah. So I was saying, like I mean, I think the Epsilon Echo know it very well that if they go in for that aggressive gameplay in the early, right? If they go for the aggression in the early game, the possibility of the Con Esports are very less to make that comeback. But again, we will be seeing this turtle, and we will be seeing the Suyo manages to secure this, and we will be seeing the Nolan gets shut down by the Arlet. And like I said, right, if you try to go in for that early aggression in the early game, the Con Esports, they actually struggle badly. So I think the Epsilon Echo knows it pretty well. They know it how they know it pretty well how the Con Esports are moving. So I think they do not want to give that lead for the Con Esports. They don't want the Con Esports to make that that aggression. And look at that, they are going in for the jungle area as well. They are trying to get the buff of the Nolan, but I don't think he managed to get that. I don't think he managed to get the blue buff of Nolan. But again, like I said, right, the Con Esports, they are known for the early aggressive gameplay. I mean, I've witnessed them in most of the matches. They go in for that early gameplay. So if they actually messed up there, they actually struggle badly. And right now, okay, they already like lost two of the members, right? So they have to be a little more careful. I hope they do realize that, if they make those kind of mistakes, this match is gonna cost them the end of it. So yeah, with that we will be seeing a gang, not really a gang, but yeah, the help of the Minotaur. But that would not be enough, because of course Leslie is smart enough to back out from then. We would be seeing the pressure of the Nolan and Wind right now. Yeah, I think they will be going for the Ireland. Look at that. The Nolan is pretty low though. The Nolan gets taken down, and I think that was a very a miscommunication that happened between Win and Raren right there. Because of course, Win was waiting in the bush, but Raren actually did engage in. That was something that was a miscommunication that came in from both of them. Because Raren went in all in, but Win was still in the bush. So yeah, that was pretty evident. And with that, we will be seeing the second turtle already up here, and we will be seeing Suyo already in that turtle, and we will be seeing the Minotaur gets taken down once again, and we will be seeing another fight coming in. We would be seeing look at the oh my god, Win gets shut down as well. Nolan gets shut down as well. Okay, the Hylos gets shut down as well. Okay, already two members down in the hands of and Neo looks very in trouble, and he will get taken down as well. Oh my god, the Absolute Echo, they're again doing it again. They're going in for that aggressive early gameplay, and it's working out for them. And look at the Corny Esports. This is actually where they really tend to mess up. If they don't get that early lead, they actually really get into pressure. So the pressure gets built up, and they actually tend to mess up, I would say, because right now that's what I'm witnessing. I mean, of course, look at the 3K. Yeah, the 4K goal lead into the hands of the Absolute Echo already in just under 5 minutes, and it doesn't look very pleasant to witness. But again, knowing the fact that the Absolute Echo knows it very well, that if they go in for that early aggressive gameplay, there's no way the Corny Sports can answer back to that. And right now, we are witnessing the challenges that they're facing right now.
Exactly. And right now, the upside of Epsilon Echo, this time it's literally like a ping pong game. Like I'm saying, I've said this like so many times in so many casting streams, and even this game, first game completely dominated by Epsilon Echo, second game completely dominated by Con Esports, and right now back to Epsilon Echo. So I mean, at this point, whoever gets the blue side, they just win because like they're going to dominate game one, then they're going to dominate game three. It might be a pattern here. I'm onto something. I might not be Agent Dokes, but I'm catching on. And looks like there will be a kill happening on towards Skyzen. Skyzen gets taken down by the Zushin there in the top lane. And Tetany right now pushing these enemy turrets in the top lane. The turtle is about to spawn in 2 seconds right there as well.
Damn, I mean, like you mentioned, it's like, a ping pong. Of course it is. Like, look at that. Like, look at the Upsilon Echo. They're actually doing it once again. The mistakes that they actually made in the second game by allowing the Corny Sports to make that, early aggressive gameplay, they're not making it right now. They're actually doing they learn from them, and they actually are not not making that mistake. And look at that Mystic Gush coming in from Neo, but will that be enough to take down the members of the Upsilon Echo? I think that might not be enough, because look at Hatred. He manages to escape with very low HP, and with that we will be seeing Win as well trying to zone in the enemies, but that will not be enough. They have to back out from there, because they do not want to make any move of losing more of the members. And look at this, so you're trying to go in for the Neo, and look at that, with the help of Hylas, they managed to take down Neo. And with that we also do see the Zishin gets shut down. With that we will be seeing the mid turret tier gets taken down, and look at the Absolute Echo, very insane right now. Look at the lead that they have managed to build. Look at the lead that they're having right now, and the Corny Sports, how do they answer to that? I mean, how do they answer to that, knowing the fact that the Absolute Echo are not allowing them to have that breathing space, knowing the fact that they're not allowing them to actually have a time to actually think of making a possible comeback, or actually a time to think of the ways of how they can make that changes or in their gameplay. But look at how they're already struggling. Like again, the Minotaur, I feel like apart from the Minotaur, they could have went in for another tank, because look at the Minotaur right now, already 3 deaths already. And I don't think if you have a tank already been dying so many times, knowing the fact that he has to provide the vision that the team needs, and of course he would be needing to check every bush to make sure there's no possibility of camps happening for the members. But right now the Minotaur are actually lacking there in terms of that, and yeah, we would be seeing the Lord already spawning in less than 5 seconds. And like I said, look at the Epsilon Echo. They're managing to actually secure all the objectives. They're managing to take down those turrets as well. Look at the Suyo, right? The Suyo is doing the split push, and he will be able to take down that turret as well in the top lane. And with that, the Lord is already here. We in no time we will be seeing both the teams trying to go in. But look at that Minotaur tries to go engage in, but will that be a good engagement coming in? That is a good engagement, because look at the Leslie already gets taken out with that. Hatred comes from behind, and Blazing Duet coming in from the Claude, but the Hatred will not be taken down, because he will be managing to escape that. With the Mystic Gush did manage to pop out, but that was not enough to take down. Look at that, the look at the Hylas pretty low at 1 HP, and he manages to escape that with a glorious spat. And with that, we would be seeing the Connie spots going in for the Lord. And I think that was a good engagement coming in for the Minotaur. I mean, the good, support, the backup coming in from the team was very good. That was a good, set as well coming in from him. So, of course, that is a slight good opening for the team of the Connie Sports. But let's see, what will this Lord be able to do much, or will the Lord just be easily defended by the side of the Epsilon Echo? I mean, it's the Lord is just in level 1, so of course. But look at the Epsilon Echo trying to go in for the kills. Look at Win pretty much struggling, and Glorious Part coming, and Crimson Bacon also being used right now. And with that, Nolan gets shut down. The and yeah, the Mortals coming in, and with that, we will be seeing Neo gets shut down as well, and they are trying to go in for more and more kills. Remix looks like he's in trouble, and he will get taken down as well. So with that, 3 members gets shut down, and I think this is a wastage of the lot that they managed to get, because of course, look at the Leslie will be trying to pressure that bot tier right there, and we will be seeing the lot will be defended easily by the Arlet, and they are also trying to push that mid tier. So of course, they managed to get a lot, but at what cost, right? At what cost? They actually did lose their members already, 3 members after that lot. So, of course, that was something very, very sad to see. But again, knowing the fact that the Absolute Echo, they're not going to allow that slide. Look at the aggression that they play. And I really like how they move in together. So you can just see how much this team has prepared themselves well. So with that, the Connie Sports, they have to come up with something. I mean, yeah, it might be a little late to say, but there might be a possibility of them, because of course a 3k goal lead into the hands of the Absolute Echo. Will they be able to manage to get that? Or look at that, the Minotaur steps in, and look at the highlights, because of the Mystic Gush gets shut down with the help of the Mystic Gush gets shut down. With that, we will be seeing Blazing Duet coming in from the Claude, but the Claude's pretty low, and he will get taken down by the Zushin. They are trying to go in for more, and the Nolan pretty low, and he will be managing to escape down. With that, they are trying to go in for more kills. Look at Hatred trying to take down the God, and the God gets badly punished. And with that, look at the Leslie. Did you witness the Leslie going in the chase for the Nolan, knowing the fact that Nolan was pretty low? And with that, they have to back out. 2 members are already left, like the Remix and Win. They have to defend the base, because look at the minions marching already. So they have to be a little more careful, because that mid opening is already there. Anytime, any soon, they can actually try to go in for that more pressure in the mid lane. So they have to be more careful. And like you said, Astro picking the Leslie, of course. Why would you let that that is something that Leslie, as you've said, we have witnessed how Astro plays his Leslie. So of course that's a good, look at the Leslie bullying the Nolan though. So of course that is a very good game coming in from the Epsilon Echo. And with that, we will be seeing the second Lord already here. Oh, the third Lord. Yeah, the third Lord, I suppose. Yeah, the third Lord. And look at that, the glorious pad being used by the Hylas to escape that, and they, of course, the missing gush coming in, but will that be enough to take down? Because look at Suyo trying to, go in for Neo right now, and I don't think that would be enough because look at Crimson Beacon being used, and with that, Skyzen gets shut down by the Leslie, and they are trying to go in for Win, and Win looks like he's in bad trouble, and he will get shut down as well, and three members are already like there to defend the base, but will three members be enough? Because the Lord is already marching from the mid lane, and they are very much badly struggling. Rayran gets shut down as well. We will be seeing Glorious Path being used. Neo also used his Mystic Gush, and with that, we will be seeing 2 kills into his hand, but that will not be enough to actually defend the base because he is all there alone to defend that base, and with that, we will be seeing the last kill into the hands of the Leslie, and the base gets taken down as well. And with that, this game number 3 goes into the hands of the Obsidian Echo, and with that, the victory goes to the hands of the Obsidian Echo. I mean, what are your final thoughts on this match, Vision?
I mean, there's not much to say. It was literally like a ping pong game, like I said earlier. But what a dominant fashion, what a dominant victory. It looked like when first they won the game one, in game second, Connie Sports said, you know what? No, we're getting a hang of them. We're seeing what their tempo is, and we can counter them. Game number two, Con won, obviously. But then to these questions posed by the side of Con, the side of Epsilon Echo did have the answers indeed, and they put an end to them in 30, nearly 14 minutes into the game. So kind of a mid-game win or like a late game win for them. And what a play by their side, completely dominant, shutting down Raren, Skyzen not getting a single kill. Win also could not do much. 1-2-2. You couldn't utilize him much as well. Remix dying a bit too much, maybe paying a price for his recall spams in game number two. And yeah, they just did what they had to do, and what a dominant win. And like I said earlier, after on that, Leslie just meant a whole lot of damage. He knows what he has to do, and he just wanted to go on a comfort pick, I would say. And what a game by them. Literally nothing to say except congratulations to the side of Epsilon Echo for making their way into the finals of the Cygnus Cup Season 3. As for the side of Con Esports, you guys played well. GGNT, and hopefully we see you guys in the next tournament, and hopefully you guys continue to keep on grinding and keep on showing us what you have in store for us. And on the casting desk, it was me, Vision, alongside the amazing L, and we will be signing off now.